Thank you for telling me. You know, how long would it have taken me to notice? I check for everything. I always miss something. Hi, Potato. Hi, Lusk. And Wrath and Crab. Welcome, and thank you. And hi, FML and Dulce. Welcome to stream. Welcome back to as scuffed as ever. And hi, Kiyoki. Welcome. I think I've seen your name before. And classic is classic. One of these days, I'm gonna do a stream, but it's gonna be so perfect, you're not gonna believe it. You're gonna think was I replaced by a computer? And the answer to that will be no. No, not this time, not ever. How was your week, though? How have you all been? You've been chilling, you've been good, or not too good, or could be better, could be worse. This week I got a little bit productive. I did a little bit, a little here, a little there. I didn't upload a time-lapse of my characters, or just a character time-lapse this week because I'm trying to figure out a new system. I'm trying to figure out a new technique. So hopefully next week I'll be able to post it if I can get it in. 7 out of 10 week? That's good! That's better than average. I'd say if I had to rate my week on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give mine a 7 out of 10 too. And good, have fun with some pixel art and programming. That's always fun. That's always lovely. And hi, Sumuke. Welcome back. How are you early? You just got back from picking your kids up from school? Ah, look at you, early on time. Lovely. It's always nice to see. And I hope they had fun at school. School is, I don't know about school. You know, it serves its purpose. How about that? And your finger hurts from playing League, though? I was gonna play League. I did play it yesterday, but I'm not considering the recent updates. I'm not too sure if I want to keep playing it. So recently, all of my time has been spent playing. At least when I play games, it's been spent playing Wuthering Waves. That's like it's like Genshin Impact, but a little different company. And you've been sleeping the whole week. That's the best way to spend the week sometimes. After Monday, I call my Mondays lazy Mondays, and I just spend it sleeping. I spend it sleeping and refreshing. So if you're in Discord and I'm not active on Monday, you know why. I went into hibernation. And hi, Sejekam. Welcome back to stream. And it's been good. Almost finished your first Godot tutorial. Excited to create your first game? Oh, congrats! Godot tutorials, I've found a lot of fun in them. I haven't done any other game engine tutorials. So, you know, I little biased here, but overall, I had fun doing them, and I feel like they're very interactive, especially colorful. I always like looking at the Godot engine. I have a fun time just existing in there. And best Monday is Sunday? Well, I don't know about that one. I get to sleep in on I get to sleep in on Monday since I stream on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I get to wake up at like 2 p.m. and just sleep. Sleep like there's no tomorrow. And school is school and school sucks. What else did you expect them? Miss Texas say it sucked? Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, I liked school. Can I be heard? Hello? Can anyone hear me on the other side? Which seems to be okay. Is YouTube okay? How are we doing there? Is it okay? How's it holding up? How odd. Finally made it to another light. Hi, Bandit. We're good? Okay. For some reason, I can't hear the music. Is the music audible? Also submitted by the way. Thank you. It's the greatest, isn't it? Okay, hold on. Let's see. League, okay, Godot. The stream died. It did. Okay. Audio. How are we doing in audio? I think if I do this, I should be able to hear things. Can I hear things now? I mute and unmute. Now I was just talking about scuffed. My computer had to prove me right, didn't it? Let me see if I can get the audio working again. if I do this setting, let's see if it can work. Audio, okay, hearing. Change the device or app volume. Interesting. Oh, okay, I heard that. Music, okay. That works now, but I still can't hear my OBS audio, which is really wonky. Sounds good. That's good at the very least. You can hear it from your end. So weird. And is the internet freezing on the other side? At last, it's fitting with the topic. No, my computer just black screened for a second, and you just realize it's a messy background, huh? Where is the mess at? And it's back. Okay, good. For some reason, I can't hear the music though, which is really weird. If I do this, do you think? Hold on. If I grab you here and do audio here, and then I go ahead and do this, and then do this, does it help at all? If I restart that there? Huh. No, I just can't hear the audio, which is weird. No, but I guess it's okay. If you can hear the audio, that's all that matters. For some reason it's wonky, but I'm glad overall it seems to be back to what it was. That's the good news at the very least. Okay, in that case, we'll get into things. Unless the computer wants to have any other interruptions. Yeah, 7 minutes. Weird. But you can, yeah. As long as you can hear it, that's the good news. I don't get to have the vibing music. Or, you know what? I could have it in the background. And, oh, did I die again? Okay, we're good. We're all good. And you see a tea mug or stairs and a drawing and a table flow. Do you know how expensive those things are? Little messy. And what have you been thinking of Blue Sky? I haven't had much of a chance to test it out. I do want to spend some time soon just sitting and browsing through there. I didn't get much of a chance to do too much. I'm definitely excited to give it a try though. So far, the layout seems fun, and I like the blue. I can't complain about the blue, truth be told. Blue's always been my favorite, and since we are a bit iffy on schedule, I'm not too sure about the Pixelart of the day. Let's go through resources and then see where we're at. Let me grab the music from here instead, since it doesn't want to give me my music. I'll do it this way, and okay, tabs are still good. That's good. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me pull up the music from my side so I can at least have something to vibe to as well. And thank you all for dealing with these interruptions. It's a give and take, so it seems. With this music, huh? Where'd my music go? Oh, I found it. There we go. Okay, like that, and we should be good to go in that regard. And gotta wait for the ad. And okay, we're all good to go now. In that case, I will bring you to another page if it'll let me. We'll see. Let me grab you here, and then I can go ahead and drag you here, move you over here, and let's see. Blue skies feels cozy. I agree, yeah. I think you can have a problem on the live called Classic. Listen here, you. I'm not looking to make it usual, and we're here through the ups and downs. I do appreciate it, 100%. And were your ears always there? They were. A lot of art's been there. I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah, they've always been there. Alrighty, let me click you here, and then if I go into here, okay, good, wonderful. Alrighty. So click touch on the, what is it called? Now I'm forgetting my words. That's okay. Slowly but surely. I like to do say that, and it's true. Let me do this instead then. I click here. I'll bring you into here. Alrighty, plans for today are as follows. We might skip Pixelart of the day, I'm thinking, just because it's already 15 minutes past, but we'll talk about resources, we'll try drawing snow for a little bit, and then try drawing a screen and freezing for a second. Usually it's when I look over here, and then we'll talk about community review and see all of that things. Alrighty, saying all of that, let me bring you into here. So if you're on YouTube and you're watching the stream, right here, there will be all of you guys there. So tiny and small. You can click this here, and if you go to study resources, hi Torin. And I don't know if I said hi to you as well, Sec. Welcome. You can click this button here called study resources, and it'll bring you to this website now. It was laggy last time. I think I fixed it. I'll go ahead and paste this for people in Twitch, and it'll bring you to this page here. And if you want to get into Pixelart, this is a nice place to start. I try to make it as easy as possible, and you're on TV. You are. Say hello, you big star, you. In the past, I've covered previous Pixelart study topics. That's what these guys are here. There's a link to YouTube, Twitch, Discord, the playlist, all of those things are there. So if you're trying to get into Pixelart, don't know where to start now you have no excuses. On the left here, these are priced apps for Pixelart for either the PC or mobile. And on the right here are free versions. So if you want priced or if you want free or on a budget, I have both options here, and I use Aseprite. Aseprite's about $20, I've been told, and I wouldn't say no to it, but apparently you can get a version of Aseprite for free, though it takes a little bit of wonkiness and trying to your own accord. And did it crash again? Did it? Hold on! Oh no! Let me double check. Thank you for putting resources, it's been super used. I'm glad. That's the goal at least. It seems to be fine. I'm not seeing any weird things on YouTube, and Twitch seems to be okay. Thank you for telling me though, just laggy guy, yeah, okay. 30-minute job presentation's back. Don't worry, I'm being brief. Saying all that, you'll always find the latest, document here at the bottom. In this case, since it's Snow and Ice, we can click Snow and Ice and it'll bring you to this Google Doc. Nice and handy. I always point out here the, I always try to make a playlist for YouTube since people study in different ways. Some people like to read, some people like to listen. There will always be here a playlist depending on what the topic is. Since it's Snow and Ice, I try to find videos on YouTube that pertain to that. Sometimes it's tutorials, sometimes it's not, but I go through these tutorials and if I found them helpful or just some time lapse, I put them here. If you're looking for snow or ice, that's a good place to start. And YouTube seems fine. Good. And this has everything that's super cool. Where was that thing when you started? I've been getting a lot of suggestions on how to link everything, so it's a work in progress. I hope to soon have a big website up, so it doesn't have to be Google Docs, but for right now, this is what we're doing, and you're an angel for doing. Thank you! Attempts are being made. And I always point out here, this article called Pixelogic. If you're trying to budget at least, I'd say try out the free preview of this book. It's $10, but if you like the free preview, I would 100% recommend getting it. You click here to general. There's also just general articles that pertain to Pixelart, and if you're more of a reader, you can click on these articles for this one, for example, and you can go through, it talks about tools, different programs, things of that nature. So if you want a good read, those are good reads right there. Maybe you want to read it before bed. Speaking of Pixelart tutorials, if you're more a visual learner, there are websites like here called Pedro's Pixelart. If it's, purple means it is priced, but you can click here and this one's optional. But if you click this guy here, you can get all the free tutorials that Saint has. If it'll load, I'm not sure if it's gonna load properly. Let's see. If I click this, maybe. There we go. And Saint has a lot of tutorials. I like these little animation bubbles here. And this one in particular is ice. So I just link you to the ice one. So if it was ice and snow and they had more ice and snow, those will get linked there. But if you're looking for something else, for example, maybe animation, those are there as well. And throws himself into the dust in front of you. I appreciate it. And this is everything that's super cool. Oh, okay, I did read that. Lovely. Okay, saying all of that, aside from articles and YouTube, there's also this website called the Sprite Resource, and I haven't seen it talked about as much, so I'm always talking about it, but this is a website you can go to that has game assets of all sorts, and people will grab assets from games, and it's useful for studying in the fact that if I click here, for example, Stardew Valley, it's a Pixelart game, you can click on maybe this character and click this button download and download the sprite into any program, be it Paint or Aseprite or another one. And for example, why this is nice is that if I go into bring you into here for a second. I'm gonna yoink, yeah. This is a sprite from this is the download version of a asset from Stardew Valley. And if I zoom in here, you can see it's 1-to-1 in terms of pixels, and it makes for nice setting if you're trying to learn how to, for example, in this case, texture wood. You can zoom in here, see how big the wood is, you can move the wood around, and it makes for just overall good study material if you're trying to learn. When you're looking at pixel art, if it's on Twitter or something, it's a little hard to know, all right, how big is this thing, or how do they do that, or what colors did they use? So it makes it nice and easy when you can just download it 1-to-1. And if I go back into here, where are we at? Here? And just get Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video, also known as Raid Shadow Legends of early YouTube, to make the website. Raid Shadow Legends. Soon mayhaps, we'll see. Aside from the sprite resource, we also have on here, as this is linked to all games that have some sort of ice. I tried to sort it For example, all of these are ice related. So if you're looking for ice, these games each have some sort of ice thing. And they're all Pixelart games as well. And Raid. Indeed. There's also this website called itch.io. If you're a game developer, you've probably heard of it. My games will be up on itch as well, so if you've heard of it, you've probably heard of it. Not only do game devs use this to get assets, if you're an artist, you can use it to study assets. Like with Sparse Resource, what you can do is find free assets. In this case, it's Pixelart, it's no free. I try to sort it as well as I can. I can click this guy here, and if I want to download and see how they do it, again, like with Sprite Resource, you can click it, you can go download to the bottom, pay if you want, but it's free. All of this stuff I try to make as easy access as possible. And saying all that, I believe that is the end. Yep, I also link you to assets I found nice and dandy. For example, that little guy there, the snowman, is the icon of today's stream. What is it? Thumbnail. There we go. YouTube's thumbnail. That's what that guy is. Okay, that didn't take too long, so maybe we can do a Pixelart of the day. I will bring you back into here. And where are we at? Lovely. Okay. Saying all of that, so I'm gonna go ahead and hide you. We'll see. Hide you and hide you. Oh, no. How about if I do this? No. Okay. Interesting, it would seem. I don't have the page pulled up. So let me go ahead and do that. That shouldn't be too tricky. I grab here, go to here. If I can do it fast, we'll see how fast I can do it. I'm not sure. If I do this and a little bit of these and go ahead and drag you over here. Okay, good. I can do it. I can go ahead and click you. I can go to PNG, I believe. Yep. And then if I do this and then do this, done, download. I pull you back up. Go to here. Thank you for the hearts as well. And did you see Pokemon Black and White too? Black and White 1 has snow. You were angered at the segregation. Yeah, Pokemon Black and White 1 doesn't have snow, which was really weird. But apparently the world tile set for Pokemon Black and White 1 isn't there, just for Black and White 2. I did look through it, I did attempt, and sometimes I can't see it, but if you do have a Pixelart game you know of that is on Sprite Resource, by all means send it my way and I will link it there as well. So I can go ahead into this guy here, and if I go into my downloads, hopefully, yep, there we go. And what you can do as well is if you want to get on the action of studying, I'll click that button there. You can join the Discord. You can find the link in the resources that I linked earlier. There's a button for Discord, and you can go into the resources area where it is Pixelmon Study. And since today is Ice and Snow, there will be one for linked Ice and Snow. So at the end of the stream, we'll see if anyone participated in the study of just drawing some snow. So if you want to get in the action of studying, that is an option for you. And what block/items you should do next on Minecraft? I mean, do ice and snow. That is what we're studying today, isn't it? And saying all of that, we should be good to go. And we'll skip, usually I try to do about 1:30, about early 30-ish minutes. So we should be fine to do 5 minutes of Pixelart of the day. So I'll bring you into Pureraft. And I'm so glad the computer didn't shut down. I have so many tabs open. That's why it probably did. Shut down! If I had to guess, I've got a program open that I usually don't have opened. I might be stressing the computer out a little bit. You think you'll draw together this time? Lovely! There's always no pressure, but if you want to have a reason to draw, here's a look no further. Look no further option. So I'll bring you in here into Pureraft. And here we are. So Pixelart of the day is the section I like to do at the beginning of stream, kind of a little bit in the beginning, where we spend 5 minutes looking at Pixelart I either find on YouTube or Twitter or Pinterest or somewhere else. In this case, it is on Twitter. It is from Woodspixel. I believe that's how you say it. Might not be, but I gave it my best attempt. And we spend 5 minutes looking at it, attempting to dissect it. I always try to choose something related to the topic. Since this is snow, I chose a very snowy looking Pixelart piece. And what we do is spend 5 minutes trying to look at different things, figure out why we like it, why we dislike it, and try to take it apart, since I think the best way to get better at something is to oftentimes take a lot of input of the thing and output. So if you're trying to make games, you gotta play a lot of games. If you're trying to make art, you gotta see a lot of art. And it's also important to get better at your observation skills. So I like doing this as an introduction to get your brains going, get your minds moving. And close to the tab, your computer will get rocket mode. You can't stop me from closing these tabs. Have you seen my Aseprite? Hold on. Do you see these tabs? I cannot be stopped. I will close these, don't worry. They're open for right now, they're temporary. My computer's fine. You know nothing. About to nuke? Nah. We'll see. Saying all of that, I will go ahead and start the timer if I can bring this guy up here, and 5 minutes is on the clock, so let's talk about and look at it. I try to go for different styles. I always try to choose someone different for each pixel art. In this case, what I can start off by saying is, how do I feel about a piece? That's always what I try to look at. And looking at this piece, I'd say I feel, do I have a pet? Oh yeah, I've talked about it before. 2 dogs and a bird. I don't know if you ever heard her in the background, but she's there. And your computer's gonna be in space soon. It's already in space, what do you mean? Saying all of that, I always try to think about feel when I look at pixel art or just art in general. How does this piece make me feel? What's the emotion I'm getting? And I try to ask why. And you have just like the jaggies and irregular size changes, like on the trees. Interesting. Let's see. Not smooth, which is a jaggies, Jaggies. I'll write that down. You're talking about edges, right? From the edges of the trees. I'll also write here, not smooth trees. That's an interesting one. I see this piece more as maybe a sketch, maybe not one-to-one pixel art, but maybe taking a pixel art brush. I thought it was a different style, and it's cozy but chilling feel to me. Interesting. Why would you say that? And you speedrun Snow? We'll see. I think, or at least this piece when I'm looking at it, I feel very calm and relaxed from it. So I'll go ahead and write that down. Calm and relaxed feeling. And then you have to ask the question of why do I feel calm and relaxed? I think it's a cute story maybe of 2 deers, maybe reindeers we can say. They're just adorable to each other. It's got a very warm feeling, something maybe from Bambi. The colors are cool, but the environment I feel like is very peaceful. There's nothing dangerous. It's not dark and moody. It's midday-ish feel. That's why I'm feeling it. The calm and relaxed feeling. The atmosphere feels nice. Atmosphere feels relaxed. Atmosphere, A-T-M-O-S-P-H-E-R-A. Atmosphere feels chill. Wouldn't you say? Atmosphere feels chill. And you mean you still need to remove jaggies? True, very true. I'm not sure if well, there's what is it? An icon here, so I'm guessing this is the finished piece, but maybe not. Let's see. Hold on, let me pull this guy up here so I can read. Like cozy, but cold just has the vibe you would want to live. Yeah, I agree. Cozy feels like want to live. There we go. Words. And okay, forest seems to be infinite depth. That's an interesting one. Feels infinite, I-N-F-I-N-I-T-E. Now, saying that, does it make you feel like a void? Voids usually, or when you have a void feeling, it usually feels empty and cold. So I feel infinite, but still want to feel lived in. And let's see, Snow's purely white, so it takes his color from the environment of the light. That's an interesting note. Snow, purely white, takes color from the environment. I'm seeing the snow seems to be two-toned. I'll write that down as well. Two-toned. They seem to use only 2 colors. Two-toned. Only gray and white, it seems, just about. And your favorite thing of the resources shed the light to you on palette list. Since green and maybe yellow are on the colors you would need to live, the list came in clutch many times. Could you elaborate on that a little bit? Let's see. Forest feeling infinite is good. They feel like that. Huh. I haven't been to many forests, as it seems, then. And we keep even deeper. We even got deer love, baby deers. Maybe it's, maybe that's it. You see green here because maybe it's turning from winter to spring. And it's just about to be that sort of spring lovey feel. I can feel that. You'd also try to Pixelate different drawing styles from other non-pixel artists to understand how the pixels really work in different styles. Pixelate. I'll write that down. I can type. P-I-X-E-L-A-T-E. I'll write that down for later. You have no idea where you're doing. Looking at pixel art and deciding, do you feel anything about it? Is there anything on here that you would take into effect? And let's see, I'll zoom up here. And sketches and jaggies, okay. You just like how it doesn't apply any hue shifting. That's something I would have to check, but I'll take your word on it. Maybe no hue shifting. Okay, hue shifting or / color variation. I'd say it has a really simple palette. If I had to guess, maybe 10 colors at most. You've got some blue here, green, white, not a lot of colors. And let's see, you think that the water has some green tint? I'd have to check, but I think that I do see green. And the snow's all gray though, it's missing a lot of subsurface scattering. To be bluish. Interesting. I wonder if that's a choice on the artist or how they decided that. And it's mostly a monochromatic piece. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's more of a stylistic choice. I'll write that down. Maybe S-T-Y-L-I-S-T-S-E. Maybe stylistic. And I'd say something as well. Can't type, can't pronounce. What do you mean? I can do it all. And welcome, Toak. I don't know if I said hi to you as well. So, like, translating sort of feelings. Yep, indeed. What colors do you see? Is it readable? Can you tell what's going on? What do you think the purpose of this piece is? If I had to guess the purpose, speaking of purpose, P-U-R-P-O-S-E, P-O-S-A, if I had to guess the purpose, because there's grass, and I'll say that, because of hints of green, maybe it's showing the beginning, BGI, beginning of spring, and love. There we go. That's what I think is going down. You see, because it's opposite, actually. You think there are way too many colors. Interesting. That is interesting. I'd love to be able to pull this piece in and check it to see, because it's a little tricky because it's just, Pixelart 1-to-1 is not there. And spring is the season of love, exactly. And since it's wintry, there's a little bit of green here, I'm thinking maybe the snow is melting and it's just about to be lovely spring. And the tiny snowflakes are a nice touch. Oh, I didn't notice that. I like it. It's tiny snowflakes. That's cute. And, okay, and you didn't, I feel discriminated and sad now. Oh, I said hi. I said hi afterwards, right? And no branches on trees, it's bamboo. Maybe it's a very tall type of tree. There's some branches here, but very few branches. I'll write that down. Few branches on tree. And one more thing I'll also add is make a forest AI. And, oh, hold on. How did you say it again? Neptune? Is that how you say it? Welcome to stream. Welcome back. You like that interpretation? Huh. That's what I'm getting when I'm looking at this. And what I also wanted to say is there is a good feel of, let's see, depth and perception. Perception. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Either perception or perspective. Depth and P-R-S-E-P-T. That doesn't feel right, but I'm gonna write that down. As in, there's a foreground, which is the closest to us, and as it's going back, the colors are getting lighter. It gives it a feeling of depth. I don't know about perception. I feel like that's not a word. Perspective, maybe, could be a better word. I'll write that down instead. Perspective. P-R-S-P-E-C-T-I-V-A. I think that maybe adds to the feel of it being, what is it called? A feel of void, because forest. There we go. And also the contrast. Yeah, the red heart makes you draw to it. Contrast of red heart. I do like that. And kind of love appears even among destruction. There's no destruction in this. It feels very natural, very nice. And the tree could be newly cut. Hold on. Tree could be newly cut from lumberjacks? Maybe, but I don't see any fallen trees. This feels very mystical, but not mystical, but just feels void of humans. Just feels animal area, is what I had to say. And let's see. Okay. All that said, that is, the 5 minutes are well up, but I wanted to make sure I got to everyone's comments and also added a few of my own. I will definitely look into Pixelart later. I wrote that down so I didn't forget it. Saying all of that, though, let's get into the topic of today. And let me go ahead and grab my glove, grab my tablet as well, turn that guy on, and we can get into things. Now, it was a little bit of a tricky subject to study. There's not a lot I could find on snow, and we were gonna do wind, but then I realized I don't know how I can fill 4 hours with wind, so I wanna save wind for maybe something to do with special effects or animations, something like that. So for today, since we did fire and lava, I forget who suggested it, someone suggested doing snow, so we'll do the snow suggestion instead. Let me get some coffee. The 2 closest trees are the best, the rest are just sticks. That might be due to depth, where the things that are closest are more detailed, and as you go far, less detailed. I'll go ahead and bring you into Aseprite. And you say just adding colors for adding colors, you don't really like that? Yeah, definitely, that is something to know as well. If you don't like something, understand why you don't like it. It's that stylistic choice. Some people like things that other people don't like, and I think that's just so interesting to figure out. And atmosphere perspective is the first thing catching your attention. Ah, got ya. Okay, good, we're on the same page then. Let me scroll out of here so I can zoom in up here. I want to try drawing snow, figuring out how to draw snow and different ideas and designs of that nature. Maybe try drawing a few icicles, and then I want to try drawing a scene of snow. So let's start there with just snow, look at snow from different games, take some ideas in, and take in the just feel of snow. If we go here, this is from Stardew Valley, and I'll copy this guy here so we can zoom in a little bit and just copy and paste. And a water study could also be cool. I have done water study. I wouldn't mind doing another water study. Let's see, like learning light caustics. No, I don't know that word. But I would definitely be up for doing another water study, 100%. I've done multiple tree studies. Feels only fair to go back and do water sometime. Sounds like fun. And let's see, give them a couple of nice trees and they're gonna want the entire forest. Indeed. You get a give and take with detail. Looking here though, what are we saying? And I can copy this guy as well. I'll just copy it and paste it in our area here, and this is good. This is a new layer. So go ahead and grab you here. Paste you here so we can look at it later. But I'm trying to get a feel of is how snow looks. For example, we have a white here, and let me make this a little bit bigger. And then we have a blue here. We're going more towards, what is it? Dark blue, and that's what hue shifting is, instead of it being white and then just making it blue like this. Hue shifting is where you take this color, you slide it over a little bit, and you also do this. So it adds, I don't know what it does, I just know it feels nice. And sometimes that's all you need to know in terms of explanation. Sometimes, at least for me, if this makes me feel nice, I don't know why exactly quite yet, but I can at least understand and acknowledge this feels nicer. It adds to a piece, I think. And okay, I did read that. BRB lunchtime for your wife, kids, good. Well, I hope your lunch is delicious, okay? I hope it is nice and tasty. And if we go here, it seems to be a lot of hue shifting, which is nice. I always do like seeing it. I think it adds to just a feel. For example, making it more blue or more purple when you're looking at snow. What Raph was talking about earlier is where if it was white and then you try to add shading, if you just a gray, that's a stylistic choice. And as long as you know you're making a choice, that's fine. Just know what you're doing and why you're doing it. I think is what it always comes up to. This is Stardew Valley. Let's say we have, there's 3 Stardew Valleys I wanted to look at. We have a boat here. We have more on top. This seems to be some sort of pier. Okay. That seems nice. Overall, I do like it. And I've seen snow a lot like this where it just seems to be peppered. And I do like that feel to it. I think that could be useful. So I'll go ahead and grab this guy as well. Paste him here. Peppered snow, that is Stardew Valley. And I'll write that as well. Stardew Valley. Okay. What do we have up next? I think there's another Stardew Valley one here. Don't save. Yep. This is also Stardew Valley, and you can see there's a lot of assets from here, and anything but yellow snow. I think Undertale might have something like that, perhaps, possibly. You can even see down here, there's, what is it, animations for waterfalls if you compile these, which I always think is nice. If you're trying to learn animation, there's always looking at different files from different games and seeing how they do animation. And if I had this when I did my water study, I think it would have turned out a lot differently, but it's nice to know that going forward, I can look at games for inspiration. And hue shifting feels good because sunlight is yellowish when it reaches us. Yeah, that makes sense. Hue shifting has to do with real life feels and reflections and light and refractions. I can agree to that. Yeah, it feels more natural when you hue shift. I can see that. I can see that wholeheartedly. When you make something colder, when you make something warmer, and definitely messing around with colors is always one of my favorite things to do. And snow is distributed almost evenly when the surface is freely exposed to the sky. It tends to form cone-shaped lumps when it balances at the highest points. That's an interesting note. And welcome to stream, Dose. Welcome. Yeah, that's an interesting note. That the way snow shapes and snow forms. I do like that one. And what do you mean, isn't it lemon flavored? Hold on now. Why are you eating snow? Can we start there? I'm seeing a lot of, what is it? Not light, I guess reflections. Or at least when you're looking at snow, when I feel snow and I'm looking at snow. A lot of looking here, a lot of observations, but it white. And when you're looking at it like a field of snow, it just blinds you. And I think that's what this is supposed to imply. That white part is supposed to be some sort of in your eye, in your face, instead of it being directly white. It's also interesting of note that a lot of the snow isn't white. This is white. But for example, this here, this isn't white, it's blue. It's got a bit of a tint to it. And that's good to know, is that it all doesn't have to be white. And I think here, maybe it's more so supposed to show some sort of icicle feel instead of it being snow. I'm getting more of an icy feel when it's that blue. But something that's a little blue, just a little blue shifted, doesn't seem too bad, and it feels very icy. I'll go ahead and close this guy. We can always come back. I have saved these guys. Oh, here's an icicle. I do want to save this here. I'll go ahead and grab ya. Put you back in Stardew Valley. I think this is going to be handy for a cold water spot, it seems like. Any more ice I can see I can find here for now? No, but I do like this. Look at the top of this roof here. I think that's going to be handy, so let's go ahead and grab that as well. And I'll go ahead and paste that. I think it's some sort of, what are they called? Shingles, maybe? Or no, this is shingles. This part on the roof here. This is called an icicle, maybe. Try and learn the definitions here and there. And if there's no Celeste assets, you're going to eat to make a disappointments go in. I see something pop up. I don't know why the audio's so lucky, but a-okay. Let me pull this up so I can see it. I can give it proper thanks. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Celeste tile assets. There are character assets for Celeste, but on the sprite resource, I couldn't find the, what is it called? The assets in terms of the tile map. I couldn't find it. I did look though, and oh, Sultans, thank you for the follow on Twitch, and thank you as well, Hypho, or Hyono. Is that how you say it? Thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to stream. And let me move this here so I don't have to look too many places. So saying that, let's see. We have this guy here at the top, and when I'm just looking and I'm trying to get references, so look at this little snowman guy. I'll grab him as well. He's very adorable, isn't he? Grab him. And I'm just looking and I'm just trying to take in Stardew Valley's feel. I always like Stardew Valley just because of how saturated it is. I'm a very saturated person, if you couldn't tell. But it's always nice to just look at art styles and different feels, and since these are from games, it's nice. And well, hi, I hope you're doing good. And okay, let's see. The blue outlines and shadows that seem to give the sense of color. Yeah, the blue outlines I think helps a lot. And that's a shame you're hungry either way, so of course, I hope your food's good, Zach. And snow tends to look blue because the sky is blue. Red when afternoon. Huh, you know, that makes a lot more sense. 100%. I can see the science behind it and why something might be. And I always like learning about the why of something, since I think it helps me, at the very least, get it more concrete in mind. If I can think, all right, this is this thing because this thing sits it in the head a little bit better. I think that's all we'll take from here for now. You can always come back. I do have these saved, and look at this on the snow. It's nice how it's just, what is it, I think 2 to 3 tones of snow, but when you zoom out, it looks very snow feel and snow-like, doesn't it? And the tower and bus look like a different style. Let's see, the tower here and bus. Yeah, I can see why, maybe the colors, possibly. Don't want to get too in-depth since this is a different topic, but maybe. I have been told that before, that Stardew Valley seems to have some places that the art style doesn't feel consistent, which is interesting. That could be a fun study in itself, trying to see and match consistencies to certain art styles. But I'll go ahead and go to the next one. I think there's one more. Yeah, one more for Stardew Valley. Is there anything we want to save for later? I don't think so. But I always think it's fun to just sit for a bit and look at different art styles and assets. But I don't think it's anything different. We have the tiles on the top, tiles on the bottom. So I'll go ahead and save this guy for now. Maybe we can grab this guy since it's snow set on something. Oh, hold on, if it'll let me. It's snow set on something, so I'll go ahead and copy you, paste you here, and we're all good to go. Okay, I think that is all for Stardew Valley. Yep, this is Scott Pilgrim versus the world. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the world. This is a battle stage. As you can see, it is very long. It is like beat 'em up, I believe, and you go from left to right. So the idea is that in this game, you start here, and it goes from here, and this is how it goes. And I think this is an interesting piece because it's not your usual pixel art from games. It's not it's not multiple assets together. It's an art piece, and it's just stretched. Isn't that neat? And you'll try to make a 4-color drawing this time to push your texturing skills. Ooh. I really do need to do, I think, just a stream working on texturing. I feel like that could be fun. And you're back with a sandwich and beer. Not really, you don't drink, like having a working with it. I see. And old assets tend to make their way through. Yeah, I do have a few old assets on here that I'll definitely be looking at. I want to see how pixel art was used back in the old days compared to the new days, and how I can tweak it. Because usually the old assets had limitations, and from limitations spurred creativity. I think that's how the saying goes at the very least. And it's always interesting. Now that we don't have limitations, we don't have to have limits, but it's nice to know why limits work. It's nice to know that even despite having limits, they still manage to accomplish having a feel of something, which is nice. All right, let me get some coffee. And I don't remember who recommended me looking at the assets, but a while ago, or not even a while ago, a really while ago, like even maybe a few months, someone's recommending character sprites, so I do have that game pulled up on here. But if we're looking at the snow looks completely different than it did in Stardew Valley, doesn't it? And let me make this a little bit bigger as well. If I go back into your canvas size, make you big, huge. Alrighty. And I click, where are we at? To this guy here. I wanna take a look at this snow and the icicles. And I also think it's neat to know, or I'm feeling like there's less saturation here, also because it's nighttime. If I'm zooming back, I'm feeling a very cool feeling. I think that's just because a lot of cool colors are used. More towards, I think, this area here, if I'm clicking. Yeah, more towards this area. It's darker, it's cooler compared to when you look back at Stardew Valley. A lot brighter, a lot of that higher. Ooh, oh, okay, that's white. White and red. Yeah, the colors are more to the left, which is interesting. And there is no outline where the snow touches the ground. Ooh, let's look. If I go back to here, no outline where the, oh yeah. That's an interesting note. Usually when you don't have an outline on the bottom of your sprite, that's to help it blend into the environment. And I also think it's interesting that there's also black outlines. I think there's black outlines for everything. Black outline here, black outline, yeah. Compared to colored outlines, which is interesting. Let's see. Okay, I did read of that. Kind of what happens when you work on a project for so long. Oh, Stardew Valley seems inconsistent. Necrotype Cafe, hold my cake, and hold on. I didn't read all these. That tower and bus look like a, okay, I did read that. And okay, yeah, that does make sense. The tower and bus probably do feel different because it was worked on different times. Makes sense. And you're back, okay. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Snow doesn't have icicles, it can't hold it. I see, I'm not using the terms correctly then. And where the rain doesn't like the lack of outlines, it is a pixel art style, which I always find interesting. Sometimes it's just black outlines, sometimes it's color outlines, but there's black outlines for everything. And I think it just adds to consistency and it makes it feel dark. Makes it feel very cartoony. I think that's what happens when you add the black outlines. It feels cartoonish. I'll go ahead and copy this guy here. I do think that's an interesting note. That's a good note. And let me paste this guy here. And it looks completely different when you put it side by side. Let me grab you here, and I'll also grab this guy up here. I think that'd be nice. Let's take a look just a little bit more. I do want to see more of this. I haven't looked at the environment. I just downloaded it to look at it now. And let's see. In the night, the moon reflects the light on the snow and gives a silver tone. Ooh, would this be the silver tone in the moonlight at least then? That's interesting. And hold on. You think Concerned Aped was predominantly a programmer, so the assets got better as he improved. Yeah, that seems to be the case for most pixel art games that are indie. For example, like, what is it? Undertale? Not specifically an artist, more of a programmer or musician. So the art assets weren't as focused on, but it's nice to know that even if you're not too good or you're not skilled, you can still make something great, isn't it? And I'm looking here, and I really like this night feeling. I'm getting a nice feel from it. It feels not cozy, but just cool. Like you could walk here and it'd be a little bit chilly, but it'd be a relaxing walk to walk back and forth. I just want to take a look through and just a little longer. I do like this as well. The bricks and everything. I feel like it'd be fun to do a study on that. Just trying to draw buildings. That could be fun, especially with Stardew Valley buildings and other buildings. And we scroll down a little bit. Okay, there we go. You're a programmer and your art doesn't improve. On the other hand, your code doesn't. There is no winning, it seems. I mean, sometimes improvement takes a long time. It doesn't improve overnight. And sometimes it doesn't even improve over weeks. Sometimes it takes months. And that can be a little disappointing. But as long as you're doing something, I think that definitely helps. And look at this light here. The way it bounces off of everything. It glows and that glowing shines other areas. I think this part right here has a nice feel to it. And yeah, it's funny. And hi, Les. Welcome to stream. Welcome back. But I'm just looking through, I'm trying to take everything in. Here, for example, the ice crystals, again, everything has that black outliner. If it's colored, it has that colored on the, not colored, shaded. If there's a light source, because of this light here, I think it's all bouncing off in this area. So maybe not here this much. I feel like this light is covering this area here just about, which is nice. It's interesting to think about. How much more? And I'm wondering how long it took the pixel artist to draw all of this. Was it one person or was this multiple people? And look, there's a shovel. That's a nicely colored shovel as well. Interesting. We have a light here again that just adds a lot of ambiance. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. There's a light here in the back, street lights. I feel like it'd be good. I feel like it could be fun to take time to draw a city. I feel like that could be a lot of fun. The glass glares. Just looking at everything, trying to take everything in, trying to look at the street lamps, the street signs, how do they do things. So I think it's important to know. And there's so much. Oh, here we go. A nice snowy exit and continue. Interesting. And here's the white part here. Huh. Okay, that's interesting to know. That would be Scott Pilgrim versus the world. And let me go ahead and write that down. SCOTT versus the world. Okay. And do not trust this less guy from Oh, I don't know why I thought there were two. Crystals, you love crystals. Crystals are nice, aren't they? Icicle crystals, crystals, and you grew up with Final Fantasy games filled with magical crystals? Oh, I haven't played Final Fantasy before, but it's on my to-do list since it is a Pixelart game, right? If I can remember. I remember it being on sale before. But we have done a crystal study before, but I feel like it could be fun to do again. This is Mega Man. This is an ice stage. It seems to be some sort of ice bricks and icy palm trees. It doesn't say specifically Mega Man, so I'm just guessing. Oh, NES Mega Man. And it's interesting. I think this one had a more limited color palette. You haven't played any Final Fantasy? Where do I get out of the street? The betrayal. I have plans on playing it. Does that count at the very least? Soon, TM. And okay, I did read that. Huh, okay. I'll copy this guy here. And I do like the texturing. I think this one had a more limited color palette. This again seems to be some big stage and there doesn't seem to be much texturing going on. So I just want to copy the icy bits at the top as, yeah, it only seems to be this top here. But it is interesting to note just the differences, isn't it? From game to game. And there is no escape. None. Let me go ahead and save this here as Mega Man. Mega Man. There we go. And I'll go ahead and paste you here. All right. From Mega Man, we have Metal Slug. And I found this one the other day. Very highly detailed. And let me show you. If I can pull it up. Hold on. I should have it saved here. Look at the Snowman from Metal Slug. I'm a little afraid, I'll be honest. It's a little scary, isn't it? And then look at the death. As it dies, I don't even know, it just explodes and it looks like it's some haunted creature that just poof. I don't know how I feel about the Snowman. I just wanted to eyelids. I don't think I've ever seen a snowman have eyelids. Vaporized. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Vaporized. That's interesting. Back to the Metal Slug. This is, and I would say less, less saturation. Definitely more in line with one tone. Let's see, if I click here, yeah, more gray. It doesn't pop, it doesn't hit your eyes a lot. Just an interesting style. It seems to have some what is called dithering here as well. So I'll go ahead and copy this guy here. That way we can use it. And I'll type this here, Metal Slug. Metal Slug. Okay, Metal Slug it is. And I'll grab and if it doesn't delete, here. I think that's interesting in dithering. And the dithering goes crazy, doesn't it? I think it's because it's so big, but I zoom out a little bit. When you zoom out, the dithering makes sense because it adds a blending of bits. You can see here, just a little bit goes a long way, I'd say. There's some here, just a little bit of scattering. And this is not Pixelart? This is Pixelart, what do you mean? This right here is. And I don't know when I thought this, but when I was starting to learn Pixelart, at least look at Pixelart, I didn't think the bigger ones would count as Pixelart, but I feel like if you're selectively choosing which pixels to use, it counts as Pixelart. Even something like this, a lot of thought I feel like went into this. It's all still Pixelart, just crazy. Pixelart can get big, it can get small, it can be a lot of whatever you want it to be, it feels like. And this is interesting here, these lines. I think I'll grab these guys too for reference. And I'll go ahead and grab you. Okay, let's see about our next game. If I click here, now this is from Chrono Trigger, which is from the SNES. Oop, if it'll let me. Chrono Trigger, these are a lot of tile maps here. And what I want to look at is right up here, another snowy feel. And it's like, what is it? It was like Metal Slug, but the icicles look a little different. They seem to be on the red side. Yeah, you see red, this looks red. Yeah. Have you ever seen red colored snow before? Usually it's blue. They leaned into warmer tints here, which is interesting. The other ones were blue, but this is more warm. It's more of a warm winter. Just interesting, at the very least. And why does it look like a vector art piece? This here, do you mean? This is a tile map. This is how you would try to at least organize your game in terms of sprites so that everything's nice and neat. And Noida's art gets really big sometimes, so for the bigger sprites, the team's artists normally made them in a digital drawing software and put a pixel filtering over it. Ah, interesting. I've seen, I think Street Fighters do something a little bit akin to it, where they took a drawing of the characters fighting, and then they scaled it down and then cleaned it up. It's interesting to know that there's just different techniques. And the last one, the one from, the one from Metal Slug. This guy here, this one here, looks like vector art. Is that what you're saying? And eat running lunch. And you say that's where you draw the line for Pixelart? Yeah, if it's just a filter, that's not Pixelart, but if you're drawing it, if you're drawing it by hand, I'd say Pixelart. You know, you just finished? I see. Okay. Saying that, let's go ahead and do here, new layer, chrono, trigger. And I'll go ahead and save, and go ahead and paste. Yeah, we've seen a lot of blue snow, but then you have this snow here that I think stands out a lot. It has a very warm feeling, and I'll even make this guy a little bit bigger and we can see it closer. It has a reddish feel, and then it has this dark feel, which is a different palette. Even if you look at this guy here, you have, you have this gray here, you've got this color here, and you have this one as well. Completely different. They're still gray and snow feel, but they give a different feeling. And yeah, the scale down and cleanup was also used for Mario RPG. I see. I feel like that still counts though, even if it's scaled down, because you have to edit it. You have to choose what to keep and what to throw away. And if Metal Slug is pixel art, then everything is pixel art. Okay, Toak, hold on. Metal Slug. Just want to see if you keep that opinion. I'm curious. Let me take you back here for a second. Partially off topic, I just want to see. These are assets from Metal Slug now. Hold on. What is that? I haven't looked at these, but it seemed like pixel art. Looking at these, a lot of people credit for the animation, but a lot of these are smaller scaled pixel art. Wouldn't you say? And from the assets you had to show that one time, the band hammer, nah. It's always neat to look through everything, but Metal Slug is certainly pixel art. There's a lot of assets here. Some are bigger than others, but I'm a little curious on this one. I don't even want to click it. You know what? We're just gonna. We were never here. We were never there. And hi Elvis and friends. Welcome to stream. And can you draw a snowy phone booth with a cozy feel? Ooh, that sounds nice. That does sound nice. Maybe we could do that. Yeah, that does sound fun. I was gonna do a snow globe, but you know what? That does sound. Hold on. Let me see if I can save it. But I don't even have. I have no pen on me. Hold on. Let's see. Telephone booth. There we go. T-E-L-E-P-H-O-N-E. Booth. O-O-T-H. Not now, sometime in the future. And hi, consistently crying. Welcome back to stream. In the backgrounds at the very least. That's a little better. That's a little bit more specific. I can see the backgrounds. And the pixel art is brutal, you must say. Yeah. Seems very intense on the high-end scale. Most certainly. Okay, so this is Chrono Trigger. I do like it. If we close this, we are now in Pokemon Black and White. And I wanted to look at these guys here. Now, this is still snow and ice, I'd say, but it's what is it, an ice cream Pokemon? So I just wanted to look at these guys and get the texturing on the ice part of the ice cream. I do like how Pokemon has that play on words. I'll go ahead and do here, Pokemon, like that. And we'll go ahead and paste this little guy. This guy is called, where are we at? He's called Vanillite. Like, oh, I see, Vanillite. That's cute. And Vanillite, you're beloved. Am I saying it right? Vanillite? Is that how you say it? And sorry you're late? No worries. Welcome, Hollow. Hi. I hope you've been doing well. Vanillite? Maybe? Possibly? Let's click here. And Celeste has a pixel art snowy telephone booth on it. It's really cool aesthetic. I wish I could find it. I tried looking on Celeste, but there only seems to be character assets. And yeah, Celeste, you were looking for that. If you can find the asset, where to go if it's not on Sprite Resource, I'd love to see it. And welcome as well, Smash. I don't know if I said hi to you. We have this character called Vanillish. Sounds like delish. And what I want to really pay attention to is just the texturing in the icicles. If I even zoom back, again, it seems to be that blue coloring, and you have some lines here to show the, what is it called? Maybe the ice fragments that look into everything. And let me scroll down a little bit. Vanillite. Is that how you say it? I'm trying very hard. And you're doing good? Got your first commission? Congratulations! Congratulations all the same. That's a big achievement. 100%. And this is Vanillux? Like a deluxe? If I had to guess. Again, keeping in mind just the crystally feel of the icy bits. I'll go ahead and copy this guy here. Very cute. If I do say so. Vanillux. Attempts were made. And snow takes a shape of the surface or it forms round cones. The more snow falls, the less sharp corners and shapes they are until they become totally flat. It makes sense. You start, and let me turn this on as I'm talking. Let me give it a second, but that makes a lot of sense. And I think it's also important to note even for the Pokemon, you have the white color here, and this looks maybe warm. That's interesting. They go really deep, like really deep purple, compared to if you look at, where are we at? Even for Stardew, if I go back up here, more bluish. They're not going into deeper blues, but this guy here, you go purple, which is interesting. This is purple. This one here is more red, which is, and that's how it's pronounced. Vanillite. Vanillite? Closer? Possibly. And for ice, you can use Ridge Ice and Ice Path from Heart Gold Soul Silver. Ooh, okay. Hold on. I don't think I have Heart Gold / Soul Silver. I just have black and white. I can pull those up another time. I'll give up? Never. I will try until my last breath. Well, those are the Pokemon. Let's go ahead and close these guys. Here we have Undertale. And Undertale's always had very simple art. It's one of my favorites. Thanks, Siri. I'm not sure how it activated, but it's there. Good to know. Did this say 2015 or 2005? Sans Undertale. Exactly. But I'm gonna go ahead and just copy. Oh, there we go. Copy these guys here. Probably this roof guy. Let's do here. I like this roof texturing here. Go ahead, type this Undertale, TLE. There we go, and I'll just drag him here like that. And it's interesting, two-tone again. It seems to go about 2 to 3. We have a dark blue, and then an even darker blue, about those two. Interesting, okay. And if I zoom out, anything else of note here just seems to be, yeah, 2 tones, 2 colors. Undertale's a very simple game in that aspect, and that's what I've always liked about it. It shows you don't have to be a great pixel artist, you just have to get your point across, and that's always nice. And I'll go ahead and copy the ice cube here as well. Again, it seems to be, well, no, this seems different. It seems to be different colors. It has 3 of them. Got a dark blue here. Yeah, dark blue, we have some sort of gray, some sort of light color. Interesting. And Swinub, Pillow Swine, and Mama Swine, the woolly mammoth Pokemon. We could. If we do need more references, we can always look up more. I'm not gonna say the name. But I'm sure she says hi to you as well, Raph. I'm certain of it. And I think that's all in terms of things we can take from Undertale, if I'm looking. And what is this guy here? Oh, Omori! This is the last game, I believe. That's Omori. I have not played that game. I'm not too sure if I want to play it or not. I do have it, but I don't know if I want to save it for stream. But look at this icicle. It's a nice looking crystal, isn't it? I really like how they have the pointed edges. That was something that was really tricky to figure out, but I like how they did it here. I think it's really nice. This note and sign for snow. Hold on, I can reopen it. Let me grab it for a second. Omori. Let me paste this guy here. You can go here. Let me grab it again from Undertale. Let's see, Undertale, if I go back here. No tree woods, I should have it saved. Undertale, buildings, is this it? No. Huh, where'd you go, Undertale? Okay. If I type snow, I should be able to find it, I think. I go back into here. Snow. Like that. Oh, hold on. Like this. Huh. Probably would take me a second. But if we need it, we can go searching. I don't have everything cataloged quite yet, but this is fine. And Xenobite, welcome, and kept seeing this pop up on your feed, so you say hi. Welcome to stream, and good stuff. Thank you, all the same. And Omori is great. I've heard a lot of good things about Omori. And you say you've done with you're getting, huh? A little confused on that one. Let's see, we have, I'm just looking. This one's has a really nice feeling, and look at the snowflake here. 2 colors, but it gets the point across. I'll go ahead and save that guy there. I think it's a cute looking snowflake. We have, what else do we have? We have more icicles, and this one seems to be see-through, some sort of layering happen. It also looks like there's some sort of ice in ice. There's a point here into another point, which is nice. And Bergamite and Avalog 2 are great, but they're non-pixel art 2D and 3D in the games. If you could remind me at the end of stream, I'd love to look into it later. UT equals Undertale, I see. You can't find an example of snow with more than 3 tones? That is interesting. Yeah, it seems to be about 2 to 3 is what I'm picking up. Unless it's affected by other lights like a bonfire. Yeah, that seems to be the case. And Undertale said if you're done with me, you can get it. I see. That makes a lot of sense. And you should look at Hylix. Hold on. I want to save the what your will be here. HYLICS. Okay. That is saved. Next time I have to remember to bring bring a pen. I only have a highlighter on me. Is that all we can take from here? Oh, we can look at a tree here. I'll grab you. I think this shows off the right amount of colors that Omori has. And Omori seems to have even different colors. All these games have different snow colors, and I definitely think it depends on what you're going for. Omori is more of a pastel game, so there's a lot of lighter colors, even for example this pink and this orange, this yellow, very pastel-y. So if you're more into the pastel colors, this would be a good reference. Even look at these pinks here. And this little ice cream guy, very cute. It's always interesting just seeing different styles. You have Omori, which is more pastel, and then you go to Stardew Valley, which is more saturated. Then you go to a game like Scarlet Pilgrim vs. the World, and you get really dark tones. It's nice and neat. And Hylix looks sick, love their style. Ah, I will certainly have to look into it then. And okay, I did read that. Lovely. Okay, saying all of that, I think we're good to go. I want to look at where are we at? Omori here. I just want to see about the colors. Again, we have almost white. Then we have, and this looks maybe more of an ice tree, more of a feel. And there's official sprite work of Avalug, hold on, AVALUGG, Avalug. That's my best guess. I wrote it down though. We have this white here, then we have seemingly light blue. Yeah, it's very pastel-y. This seems to have 4 colors though. They kind of look like the same color, but not quite. Similar enough, but it seems to be the same. We have this color, which is more of a darker blue, and then we have this color, which is more of the outline. I do like these boys. I think they look nice. Avalug. There we go. Is that how you say it? Avalug? That sounds a lot better. If I had to guess. Interesting. Okay. And I'll go ahead and click here. Now this is from an itch.io page specifically, and let me see if I can pull up the name. I do always want to give credit. I try to give credit where credit is due. If I click back here, back to Snow, itch. This is from, where are we at? This is from Edward Scarpatillo. You can find it on the documents. I do have that link there. But I wanted to take a look at this because this has a limited palette. More so the shapes, and it's not blue, but you could make it blue. I feel like this is more of a Game Boy feel to it instead. And Pixelart's so nice sometimes, isn't it? I do like it, and I like this. It's not white and blue, but it still has that snow feel. And that's what I wanted to save about this. It's just simple things. And I'll go ahead and write that down. How can I write this? I'll do this. I'll grab you and paste your name here. That should work, I think. I grab you and just do this, copy. There we go, paste. There's the name. And I'll go ahead and grab this guy. And where are we at? Hold on. Copy you, paste you here. Oh, hold on. Where's the, oh, I see. It's a huge file. Never mind. Look at this. Hold on, paste. Look at the little guy go. It's got some animations. It's really neat. And then we also have other ones as well. Got a little penguin guy. Interesting. Okay. Where's the snow at then? Where's the tree? Huh. It's a tile map. Okay, we might not be able to take from it then. Unless I do convert to layer. There we go. Copy. Paste. There we go. That is interesting to note though. Huh. It was a tile map. I wouldn't have guessed. An index palette, your beloved. I do like an index palette, but I go a little crazy sometimes. I go outside the lines. And Omori's famous among streamers by having the worst backseaters among all pixel indies. Really? I don't know. Well, then again, I haven't heard much about Omori. I've heard a lot about Undertale, though. When I did my Undertale, there were a lot of backseaters. It might have some competition. I just wanted to grab these guys because I thought they were cute. It's not blue, but it gets that feeling of snow across. And you just suggested that here, Avalon. I'm trying to tell you, names are hard, Smudge. It'd be easiest to suggest it at the end of stream or at the beginning. That way I can write it down and note it. And the snow is one tone. It seems to be, yeah. Huh, that is a good point. Now I'm looking at it. You have the tree and then just the snow. And the snow is just some dotted lines like this, and bam, there's your snow. That is nice to note. Though, if you look here, because it's indexed, which is, if we go back to here, oh, hold on. If I click, where are we at? I should be able to click new palette from Sprite. And if I click OK, yeah. This is made of 1, 2, 3, 5 colors. They don't have that many colors, but you could definitely try to get away with other colors. This seems to use all 4 colors. So this is limited, This is limited Sprite, or limited snow, with only 5 colors, which is nice. And adding detail moves you away from pixel art? Not always. There's so many different types of pixel art, which is something I've just not found out about, but just I'm learning to understand as I'm looking at more and more pixel art as the days go by, as the weeks go on. It's nice to see. This is from Kennedy, which he makes a lot of free pixel art assets. I wanted to see, let's go here. Oh, hold on. This is adorable little snowman. It's a top-down asset. I'll go ahead and grab you, paste you here. That's just the differences in Snowman, isn't it? And we have, oh, hold on. Seems to be, if we look here, we have a white. And is it solid white? Hold on. Not quite solid white. We have the top white, which is the highlight, it seems like. Then we have the blue, and then we have a shadow. So again, 3 colors. Interesting. And looks like chicken without the context, though. This looks like a chicken, you think? Or an ad block? Huh? Fantastic. I need a little bit more of an elaboration on that one. This snow seems to be textured with this style. Again, with the squares and dots. So it seems to be very common when it comes to snow. A lot of squares and just dots. It's interesting. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You can see in some of these, that's the case here. There's a lot of dots if you want to try to convey snow. Sometimes not, though. There seems to be something more textured, but then you have that square and dot again pattern. So it's always interesting to compare and contrast from different games or just different things entirely. Again, here in their Stardew Valley, you have dots to show off that, hey, this is snow. Always interesting. I go back to where we at here. That seems to be it for the Kennedy. And then we have, last but not least, the guy from the thumbnail, which is, and let me double check, I want to make sure, give credit where credit is due. If I click this here, I should be able to see the name. If I scroll back up a little bit, where are we at? Where'd you go? Just here, and now I can't see it. It doesn't, oh, there we go. It is from Phoebus, how you say it? Eebonius, Phoebus. And it has a lot of interesting colors, I say. This might be the most colored one we've seen. I'll go ahead and copy this guy here. And I go ahead and paste you here. Definitely a highly detailed snowman, if you say so myself, and that is a derpy looking snowman. Isn't he adorable? And you never do studies like this, that's why your art is subpar. I thought you said super. But I mean, to each their own when it comes to studying. Some people study different ways, and this is just my way of studying. Sometimes I take different methods, different attempts. We're spending a lot of time just looking and observing today, just because I feel like snow is a wide topic. I'm just trying to get a lot of different perspectives on it. For example, if we look at this guy, I think this might be our most colored snow, possibly. We have this white here, we have a shaded color, then we have this blue here, and then there's like a highlighted blue, which makes it really pop. And that's 4 colors. I think it's only 4 that it uses, but just using that 4th color adds that hit, and I really like it. I think, oh, another color here. Look at that. Tons of colors in this one. And there's a Snowman pixel art by mutual of mine you really like. Is it okay if you spend the pixel joint link in here? Sure. By all means, that's a-okay. And I'll go ahead, and I believe this is the last one, yep. That Snowman's highly detailed. And this area here, I really do like that pop of blue. That might be something we have to do. And this guy reminds you of Terraria's Frost Legion. I do have Terraria linked in the sprite resource as well, but looking through those files, it's like zip, yeah, it's just zips. It's zips of assets. Terraria has a lot of assets. So if you could tell me where to find the Terraria Snow asset specifically, I would link it. I would 100%. I'm gonna grab this snow, actually here. I think this is nice. I really do like the texturing though. I'm just gonna grab that, all of that. I think it's really nice. Grab you there. It's just the texture, the colors. This probably has to be my favorite. These two have been my favorite. This one because of how simple it is. This one because of the pop. And I think that's something we should try to use. And Minecraft Snow is fantastic. Surprising you say that. I actually have some Minecraft Snow. I don't know if you saw it earlier. This is Minecraft snow, and then these are different texture packs of Minecraft that I have here. And again, you have snow. Oops, I think I deleted it. You have snow that just has that shine to it. And I don't know if you were able to send it, Raph, but you can always DM me in Discord. That'd probably be the easiest way to send it to me. That'd be the quickest way at the very least to get it and grab it and good. And this guy, okay, I did already that. You saw the different one? I see. Just a flat white cube. It may be a flat white cube, but there's so many different ways you can do it. This is all an ice texture. This is all an ice on dirt texture. This is all, oh, this is a snow texture here. These are snow. This is dirt on snow. This is ice. This is packed ice. And then look at this snowball here. And then we have some snowmen. I do like this guy. I think he's adorable. he's just a little guy. And you see the link wrap. You see him? Yeah. DM's always easier. All right, let me get some coffee. And visit. I see it indeedy. I don't know if I can get a good look at it. Hold on. It might be too... Oh, never mind. I think I saw this one when I was looking up Pixelart. Let me see if I can drag and drop it. Is it 1-to-1? Hold on. Oh, wow. Pixelart's nice. You can give, do you know the name of it, Raph? That way I can add it to a layer here. That way I can give the proper credit. That'd be nice. Let me go ahead and paste this. This is really cute. I do like it. I love the pop. I think that is just always a thing for me. And why are they all derpy? Because derpy is the best way to be, Toak. If it isn't derpy, I don't want it. How can you not like a face like that? You know, the extra credit, I can just look at it myself. It is pixelated. Is that it? Pixelated? Yeah, he's announced in Pixelart. I will have to look into them. As, yeah, that, I love that. I love the texturing. There we go. That is that, I believe? Yeah, lovely. Yeah, that color. Let's see. We have a white here. If I make this a little bit bigger, we have a white. This seems to lean a lot into purple, which is something, where are we at? That Pokemon started to do, but stopped doing. So it's nice to see it go to its full extent of just purple. We have this color here, which is more of the shading, leaning into the blue. Okay. We have a darker blue. Okay. It'll be even more blue. And yeah, it's going slowly but surely towards that purple, which is nice. I like it a lot. And this is for just, if it's not derpy, I don't want it. There's just those faces are really cute. Saying all of that though, what I wanted to try to do was make a snowball first and then go from there. See about an icicle, and I didn't like that phone booth idea. We'll see if we can do anything with that. And also you did see your colors look nice once, which obviously made us best friends. It always takes just one compliment to save the day, I'd say. But yeah, that works with me too. Only once. We have all of these guys. Let me go ahead and where are we at? This is Minecraft. Let me go ahead and say this is from games, new group, and I'll say this is from game, or more so rather assets. There we go. And save it. And may you send an image of Turia Snowball? Sure, Lux. That is a-okay. I try to get things that you could just do one-to-one, but images are fine. I do have up here, and I'll show you in 1 second. But again, we do have a few things here and there that I do want to plan to get into, and I'll give you a second to link it. Saying all of that, I'm gonna go ahead. Now, I usually use, and let me close you here and close you here. I usually use this color palette, or at least I start off with this guy. I do like the colors. I try to up the saturation. It's actually from the, what is it? We go back up here to Minecraft really quickly. This guy here, it's from this texture pack. You can see a lot of less saturation. So all I did was up the saturation, which it was this. I upped the saturation and now it's this. It's just a little tweaked. I like the tweak feeling of it. Okay, and could you check the Final Fantasy Tactics now? If we need more references, we can. I'll also save this so I can check later. As one thing I always had a problem with was just, what is it? One thing I always got so many references but never started drawing. And I feel like the references we do have a lot of them, but we can definitely look more into more of them. And sadly, hates Final Fantasy. I don't. I just haven't played it before. Huge, big difference. Huge. It's alright, no, my old fans. I definitely do like having a lot of references though. It's nice to get a lot of inspiration, get a lot of ideas from looking at a lot of things. It's nice. But I didn't know that Final Fantasy had snow, and I'll have to look as well once stream ends in Sprite Resource to see about more references. If we go back here, hold on, I want to see. Whimscape, look at the snow. I really like this. I like that backlight. I think that's what you call it, right? the backlight there. And did you send it last, or did it just not send? If you do have, if you're in the Discord, I can't recall if you are or not. It'd be easier to DM it to me. I don't know about YouTube linking, if it works or not. I know Twitch does, but not too sure on YouTube. I can go ahead and click here though. We have a white, we have this light blue, we then have the shading, which is another blue. Okay. Then we have a deeper blue. Interesting. Oh, hold on. Was that hue shifted? Yeah, okay, hue shifted. And that blue there, yeah, bounce light. I do remember that one. It's slowly getting down my terms, but I love it. I do. It's a bounce light or rim light. Or are they both the same in that name? But I like that there. And I think that's what gives it that oomph. It makes it, out of all of these snowballs, makes it my favorite. Just that kick in the head. And I think that's kind of what, no, not rim light, but I think that saturation. There's no rim light here, but just that, it's just a little bit of extra. So what I'm gonna do is, looking at all of these guys, I wanna do something more in line with these colors. Something that has a kick to it, something blue. We go here, do we have any blues I can start off with? I mean, like here, this would be a high kick in your face type of hit. And Tactics is not Pixelart though, it's Pixelart texture on a 3D shape. Interesting. Is it like Minecraft, Toak, would you say? I mean, Minecraft I'd say is a Pixelart game. It's a Pixelart texture, it's a Pixelart shape. It's different, I'd say. Very least. I'm gonna grab, I think, maybe we can start with this blue. Maybe make it a little bit lighter, maybe on this side here. Make it a little more, just a smidge over the edge. What do we have here? I'm gonna add this layer here and zoom up. I think this is, yep, okay. We have this color, and let me make sure my tablet's on. It is, I'm waiting. Let me grab some water. Yes, the scenario, yes. I would call it a pixel art game then. You can have 3D pixel art, that's a thing. Minecraft exists. You gotta give it some credit there. I'm surprised my water is still cold. We have this white. I'm thinking we make it white though. Not too white, but just white enough. We have these. Now that's bright in our face. Since we know it's about 2 to 3, we just have to choose a white to start off from, and we can always choose something different later. We kind of have this one, and I did like that purple. Maybe we could go a little bit of a deeper blue, more of a purplish blue. That could work. We need the normal light, and pixel art on 3D is for artists who can't do proper 3D nor pixel art. Well, hold on here, Toak. That is as opinion as you get. I would say that's not true though. It's taste, yeah, it's too far. Far too far. Go wash your mouth with soap. Way too far. Far as far can be. Maybe something like that, but you can tell it's purple. Maybe if we do this, it'd be more on the bluish side. I'm just looking at colors. I think that's always the fun part about art, is just checking the colors and see. This would feel purple, or you're feeling more blue when you look at this. And then we have this guy here, maybe. Now that is purple. That's as purple can be. We have this blue here. I might go back over here to the side. Maybe grab this guy here. That's definitely a darker blue. Maybe even over here. Grab another one. The nice part is we can always go back and change things if we want. This would maybe be that pop we say. But even if we go back to this rim light here, it's completely different. You have it in this area here, and then it goes right to the right. I believe we're right to the left. There we go. And bounce light is when light bounces on the back of a surface. Rim light is another different thing, you're pretty sure? I think so. I think you're right. I think like when you have a hand, and the rim light would be your hand, as expertly drawn hand, as you can say. I think rim light is the light that passes through, and then bounce light is the light that, if that's a ground, the bounce light would be the light that reflects onto the back area. If I remember my terms correctly, they feel similar. It's just the light on the edge. The purpose of that light though is different, but that is a kick from left to right. Okay, so let's do purple or blue. I see a lot of blues here, and I kind of do want to do a blue. I feel like a blue could be fun. Let's go ahead and do blue here. And what I wanted to try was doing a snowball akin to these guys. Some of these are square, some of these are round, but I want to do a round, I think a round snowball. And I don't even think I have a snowball reference. Let me go ahead and grab that. Snowball. And the light that passes through is subsurface scattering. A new word entirely. And it's like when your hand, yeah, that's what I thought rim lighting was. Interesting. I would have not guessed. That would not have been my first idea. I can go ahead and grab this guy here, save image as, and we go ahead and do this. And if I do that, subtract this guy here, I can pull up a snowball on screen, and we can give an attempt at drawing one. If I do this guy here, it's always silly. There we go. We can draw with him here. It's not too big. And then I'll go ahead and grab you here. And let's try drawing a snowball. Different ideas of snowball. If I can figure out where I put my guy at. Where are you at? Oh, at the bottom of the screen. Alrighty then, you go here. And then I can go ahead and save you, reopen you here so I can have it up here. I mean, I can see it there too, but I want to zoom in really well. So I'll just grab you there, make you a little smaller, and zoom in like that. And then zoom in. That should be helpful if I also crop it this way, crop it this way, maybe a little more like this. There we go. And slide you over and make sure you're pinned on top. There we go. Okay. Oh, never mind. You're not pinned on top. Now pin on top. This button here, always on top. Okay, good. And you suggest the snowball from Clash Royale Particles? Hold on, and sent it the Evil Snowman and the Snowlight Snowy Treetop from Terraria. I think I've seen the Evil Snowman from Terraria. It took so long, no worries. And let's see. I'll take a quick look at it. Evil Snowman. Oh man, hold on. Will this open up? Snow top, open here. I'll see if I can quickly drag and drop it. If this is work. Oh, it is 1-to-1. Look at that. That is an interesting snow. It does, I think this is purple. Yeah, it's bluish purple. That is an interesting one. Thank you for sending that. I try to find Terraria, but sometimes Terraria, their files are huge. That's a nice and easy, ooh, look at that. Look at that blue. That is a nice blue. It's saturation. Easiest way to win me over. Look at these guys, and that is a snowman with a dagger. And this one has a gun. What has this world come to? Interesting. It's Snow Golem also from Clash Royale. Even the snappy snowman is derpy. You can't escape the derp. It must be had. That's great. Snowman against snowman. It's snowman on snowman violence. You hate to see it. Let me copy this. And the snowmen are British. I wouldn't have believed it. And let's see. Clash Royale. I'll write that one down. Let me do this. Clash Royale. R-O-Y-A-L. There we go. We'll save that for later. Thank you for that one, Smudge. I will keep that in mind. Out here to chew gum and in your life, and he's all out of gum. Oh, that's great. The images on the wiki are to scale? Ah, interesting. But Terraria uses a 2x2 grid. That's nice to know. That is really nice to know. Next time I do anything then, I will keep that in mind. T-R-R, yep, we're just gonna call it Tur, as I don't know the rest of it. That's nice to know though. And they look very business. In a very dangerous way. Very business indeed. That's the type of business you don't... Yeah, they have a lot of business and you're not gonna get in that way. You're not gonna get in their way at all. Let me grab that blue there, and then the snow from the ground I think I grabbed, and the snow from this guy here. I'll just grab this whole thing. There we go. It makes it easy. If you're on Discord and you're trying to give me a look at something, that'd be the easiest way. Since the links and dragging the links, it's easy to crop it and cut it and post it in here. A lot easier. Okay. I just want to take a look at these colors. This is a really nice blue. We have this white here, which is red, interesting. And then it leans into like a sea, maybe you would call it like sea foam. The thing is, it's very green for me. That's the feeling I'm getting. We have this color. It seems to also be 4 colors, which is interesting. And then we have the outline, which is this guy. Well, 5 to 4 colors, which is a lot, but I think it adds to a nice feel. And then we have this dark blue, which changes everything. It goes from being white up here, and then it changes into blue. And I don't know why, this feels green. It's blue, but it's green. I feel green when I look at that. We have this color here. I think this is a different color. No, we have this color. There we go. And then we lean into that bright blue, that saturation, and then this guy here. And then the ground is also white here. And then we have, it seems to be just a smidge of a darker color. And then we have another greenish feel to it. Then another blue, and then an outline of blue. Colors are interesting, aren't they? And talking about consistency. a lot of different colors from everywhere, isn't it? We also have this one here from the same exact game, which goes into this purple, another purple. Let's see. We have that white there. Grabbed you. And then we have this dark color here, I believe. Yeah, and then we have the outline there. So purple. There's about 4 palettes, maybe, roundish, which is interesting. And it looks green because of relative color. I have heard of that before. Since everything's so blue, when something looks not so blue, it actually looks green. Huh. I mean, there's not much blue here. There's blue here and there's blue here, but that's about all the blue. I do know color-wise, when I'm thinking about color, I know when you make something grayish, that can help in adding color. I think if I do this and then make it grayish, it changes, well, not too gray, but make it more gray and dull, and then if I lean it back into the darker blue, it makes it look blue. Not sure specifics, but I know something to do with gray can make things feel nice and green or nice in color. Okay, we'll go back up to the top here. Saying all of that, I'm gonna grab these guys, and with the snowball that we have, I wanna try to make a snowball. I wanna look at these guys, look at my guy, and mush him around. And let me get some coffee, then we'll get started. Okay, there we go. Saying, and you're back, what's going on? I just want to show you something, okay? Hold on, where? Oh, I think I lost it, or hold on. If I do this? What do you think? Snowman with dagger. Snowman with gun. It's great. It's wonderful. And doesn't green signalize danger in films making? Your bud is always talking about this type of stuff. It depends. Green can mean danger. Green can also symbolize toxicity, poison. It depends on the way you use it. Different colors can convey different emotions. For example, purple can mean royal, blue can mean cold, red can mean hot, red can also mean passion and love, but pink could also mean love. There's different interpretations with colors, and thinking about just interpretations, if you're trying to go for something different, for example, with the, the snow, you could use, there's white, right? All of these are snow, they're white colored, but depending on different colors you use, you might get different feels out of them, which is interesting. And American Snowman. Maybe, I didn't see a bald eagle though. I didn't see it. And let's see. You have a biology headcanon that green, blue, purple, and brown are all the same color, and your brains just trick us into thinking otherwise? I can believe it. Plants are green and brown. I can see it all being one color. Naturing of the nature. I'll go ahead and grab this blue though. I think this is fine. And we'll start with this little guy here. I think this is okay. Let's see if I can make it smaller. Like, this guy here seems fine. And then we need an outline, and I'm seeing a great outline here. I think we'll try to go for the bluish purple one. I do want to try to grab a similar style, I think, to this one. This one's my favorite. I want to try to see if I can emulate it. You can also see here, some of them have outlines, some of them don't, which I always think is interesting to note. If we have this guy here and I'm looking at the image as well, you might take this guy here. You might grab this guy, do one of these moves, and then you could call it a day. This would be technically your snowball. Like, hold on, like that. Snowball. There we go, all done. Stream over. That's snowball. And also, you think your snowball's done? Oh, I can't wait to see it. I'm really excited. You might feel sick in the stomach when a snow bug shoots you. So it checks out. Oh man. Snowman on snowman violence. Oh, how awful, how cruel. I'm just rounding this out to see if it adds to a shape. And let me move this up so I can move this down. We have the snowball there. And then what I want to do is see about that rim lighting. I think if I do this, you can see sort of a shading at the bottom. And when I'm looking at the snowball as well, from just looking at it on screen, I'm seeing, and I might even do, let's say, if we grab this here, grab that, that's not bright enough. I might even grab this guy, this guy here, make it a deeper color. That way I can shift everything around, and then I might add this as a bit up top, as the area might go here-ish. That could work possibly. This is the shiny bit in the snowball, but you can see some of them have a shiny bit, some of them don't. This one's really big. And hi, Saint Nick. Welcome to stream. Welcome. And because of the hard edges, that ball looks more like ice, do you think? I'd say ice would be more like maybe this, and something like that might be ice. Something akin to just pointy spikes, spiky points. Like that would be icy feel, like it's dripping and it's dropping. Ah, not yours, someone beside the snowman? This one, do you think? It might be because of the spikes, or yeah, the hard edges. These guys here, I forget what you call them, but usually, depending on the style, you would want to cover them up. This is right, or I say it's right. It's up to interpretation. This feels better, usually, than this, depending on what you're doing, or at least trying to keep it consistent. For example, this one's different than all of the other ones, so either or choosing can help have a different feel to it. I'll go ahead and undo this guy here, and I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out a little bit, and then what I might do is I'm just looking at these guys. Some of them have dithering, so maybe I might do something like that. If I add a dithering feel to it, that'd be more akin to that. But I think I want to keep it solid. Something a little bit more on that shaded side. Might even add this here, going for a round feel. If we're also adding that outline, I might go ahead and make it darker, make it bluer. Go ahead and do this guy here, like that. And then we have the outline for the snow, like this. There we go. And already, don't you think it feels Snowball? Just those few things I feel add and draw an evil snowman monster. I don't know if I can compete with Snowman with knife bean. But welcome. And you love line art and pixel art? Me too. I think it adds so much, doesn't it? Hold on. This is with line art, and then you have without line art. If I grab this guy and let me, if it'll let me, grab you here, new layer, paste, grab you, delete. I think it just adds a bit. And the blocky, who's the small blocky guy? Do you mean this one right here? This one's pretty cute, I'd say. There's a little small guys though. You're gonna have to be a little bit specific. Evil snowman though. And can your next stream be a draw together? I think I'm gonna do draw togethers once a month. I feel like that could work out. Maybe once the first week of every month could be nice. And just set your Snowball and Study channel. I'm excited to see it, Raph. Maybe we can check, let's see, started at 1, so the halfway would be 3. Yeah, look at 5. Maybe we'll take a halfway look, but try to keep it to the end so I can save all of them. And without line art, it may look better, but on games, you need to detect shapes faster, yeah? It depends. Some games can work without line art, some games work with. Some games have the background no line art, so, and that way the foreground's with line art. It definitely depends. When you have no line art, it feels more painterly, and that might be the look you're going for. So it definitely comes down to style, and I think it comes down to style and consistency. I think that's what it matches up to. Let me go ahead and merge this down here. I'll go ahead and if it'll let me, grab you, copy. And I want to see about making this a different color. Maybe if we make it a more lighter, darker. I just want to see, does it add a different feel if I do this instead? I feel like it does. If I do this, like that. I think it adds a bit of a oomph to the overall Snowball feel, but maybe a little bit too much, I don't know. And let's see, here's a video idea. You take drawing suggestions for us and you draw it on the giant canvas to see how 300. Do you want me to suffer? I'm a very slow drawer, and I don't know if you can tell. Very slow, super slow. But I'd like to do something like that someday. I mean, I would. And where's the derpy pumpkin boy from? It looks very Minecraft. This one here, if that's what you mean, is from a Minecraft texture pack. Specifically, this is no, it's not Block Pixel, Faithless, I think? Yeah, Faithless texture pack from Minecraft. That's what this one is. These are Minecraft textures from texture packs, and this bottom one here is Minecraft, if that's what you're asking. Let me zoom in a little bit here. I think, just staring at that face gives me motivation. And the pancake shading? What do you mean? I feel like if it was pancake shading, it'd be a lot thinner. Like, it's just a lot thinner. I'm working on it, Raph. The video idea will be so abused. Gonna work me overtime, it feels like. I tried to not... I'd say pancake shading, what is it? If I had to say what pancake shading is, Raph, let me paste it for a second. I'd say it's more akin to something like this. What is it? Like that. I didn't do that specifically, but I'd say this is more in line with pancakey feel. Hold on. If I do that, I'd say that's pancakey. I tried to add a little bit of variation. And it's pancake shaking because it has no light source. The dark part shouldn't be all around the sphere. Ah, I see. Do you mean then it should be more akin to this and this? Like that then? Something like this? I'm trying to look at the, well, there's kind of a light tone, probably. Something more akin to maybe that, sorta, kinda. And then you have that mid-tone there. Something maybe like that, but then that feels different too. Maybe this can be an outline at the top, like that then? That looks more pancakey too, doesn't it? Yeah, like that? Huh, interesting. And now you like the right one more? It's an interesting how it comes down to preference. And that is a billiard ball. Isn't that from a, like a poker game or something? With a green table, right? Is that it? I'm looking at the, what is it? The reference? That's what I'm trying to look at. Because you have, and I'll show you as well. If I drag you for a second back to PureF, I'll show you what I'm looking at. And what is pancakey? Pancake is and I'll move you back here, a term in Pixelart that, it depends on how you see it. Sometimes people see it different ways, but pancake is more so kind of like this guy here, where you have one color and you just have layers. So it even looks like this. This would kind of be pancake, where there's no nothing when you're transitioning. It's just flat. It's flat on top of flat on top of flat. It just has a flat texture, which makes it feel a little off when you're trying to do shading. So this might be pancake when you're trying to make a snowball, or other things can be pancakey feel. And here's a fun idea: draw a snowball, which is on fire snowball. That's a lot right there. An interesting idea though. A little dangerous, I'd say. Come back into PureF. I wanted to say, and the top one is color banding. That's what I'm thinking of. Color banding. Thank you for that one. Yeah, banding. That's what I'm thinking. Where you have the band around. Yep. That makes more sense. Color banding. Different than pancake, eh? And let's see. Pancake shading means no light source. Huh. I get them confused a lot of the time, it seems. Which is fine. I mix them together because it just seems flat. Anything that has that flat feel. I definitely will have to look that up though, just as a reference for later. If I could ask about the words, specific words. What I'm looking at though when I'm seeing a light source on this ball is I'm seeing that this is a dark part. You have a bit of a dark here, and then you have this light area here. That's what I'm seeing when I'm looking at this snowball. Is this medium, or this is medium, this is dark, this is super dark, this is very bright. That's what I'm looking at, and because I'm looking at that, when I go back into Aseprite, you can see. And next time you're learning how to draw, can you do things? Can you do robots? I've done robots before, Bean, so probably not anytime soon. Plus, I'm not very a machiney person, but I definitely would like to go back over topics. And in pillow shading is just the middle light and corners in shadow, so no light source, but different from pancake. I see. Interesting. Definitely terminology I've got to get used to. I know it when I hear it, but just describing it, I seem to mess up my terming from time to time. And when I'm looking at that guy and I'm thinking about the areas, I kind of like this guy, but then again, maybe this guy can kind of round out just a smidge like this. So it's not too similar, maybe like that instead, where it's a little bit more like that. Maybe even this guy can come up like this, like that. Oh, nah. Let me zoom out a little bit and show these snowballs here. Something like that I think can work. Oh, hold on. Like that. And then that guy kind of doesn't seem too mixed. I might do something like that then, and here. You could do some sort of outline there, but it feels, again, I don't like the feel. That might be your feel though. Just depends, and I think that's always fun. You feel like doing a round snowball would kind of be hard because there are random light spots in darker areas? Depends. I mean, you have all these snowballs here that look very snowball-like, wouldn't you say? I think that it depends. For example, here, what I might do instead, if I'm looking at this guy, their snowball's not very even. This is a square. This is a snow cube. I'd say this one as well. But maybe something like that a little bit more, or this one. These two look nice. If I were to try to do the shape of this guy, it might look like, and I think that's always interesting to try and see about texturing. For example, this guy up here, I think it would be more so, maybe fill that guy in, and then there's kind of this, there's two dark colors. I don't have a deep color here, so I might grab this guy here, make another darker color just to show it off, maybe a little darker, like here, down here, could work a little bit more, and make it a little bigger, like that. And then if I'm looking at this guy, what's happening, it seems to be two colors, and then we have one in light, one in darkness, like this, so it might be like that. And then from there, what we have is that there's a little bit of a bit here, like this, kind of sorta to show off the edge. Maybe like that, could be a little different depending on how you do it. I'm just trying to get the idea down, so maybe even something like that ish, sort of, kinda like this. And then from there, you have that rim light, it seems like. And then you have the bright bits. So I might grab here, grab the bright bits. Bright bits like that. That could be a snowball, though it looks more like a pearl, I'd say. And this is completely off topic, and it's about competition you're trying to set up. What do you think is a good time? Off a stream, most certainly. Probably after stream would be best. Yeah, if not, would be, is, 100%. And that's an ice cube. If anything, I think this feels more pearl. That's what I'm getting. Ice cube, or do you mean these? These are ice cubes. If you mean these, yeah. And you would bite into the realistic one if you could hold it in your light. You mean the one on screen, the top left would be? I would not recommend biting into cold objects, especially ice cream. Oh man. I don't know how people do it. Just bite into ice cream. Takes a certain type of person, and that's certainly not me. Let's see. Maybe what we could do, and I always like doing this as well, taking that color, making a little bit brighter like this, and then adding a light like this to add a bit of oomph to it is something I like to do. And hi Sputnik, welcome to stream. And that's not a snowball, it's a snowtagon. Snowagon, do you mean something like that? This guy here? Is that what you're referring to? If I had to guess, an attempt, and you mean the best way to eat? That's just, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word. That's how bad it is. And that is not called a person, that is called a psychopath. I agree, Potato, 100%. 100%. Biting into ice cream, biting into snow, do you feel no pain? Huh? Is that just how you live life, on the edge, dangerous and risky? That's what it feels like at the very least. Might grab this guy here and maybe even grab deep color. Might even do one of these guys and make it darker. Well, that's a thing. Sometimes. It depends. You might even do that. A little bit of something. This could even be a little less saturated. I definitely think it just depends on the person trying things. Maybe that's a little bit too dark for your taste. And you've been wanting to ask this, but what kind of artist are you because you're a cartoon artist? That's a little tricky to answer at the moment. I have to think about it. I'd say I'm an all-around artist. I don't specialize in one thing. I need to. But since I plan to draw a lot of different things like art, environment, characters, things of that nature, I'd say all around for now. For now, all around. That's that final answer. Buzzing it in. I'm more like a masochist. You're not wrong. When you say it like that, I can see it. I can see at the very least how those would go together. And lighting might seem random, but it's because of the irregularities. Oh, did I miss something? Hold on. Oh, from the round snowball. I see. Got ya. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Good. Okay. Saying all of that was this guy's texturing. I want to try this guy's texturing. I'm just trying the things and seeing how they go. I definitely think this gave it more of a pearl feel, don't you think? Like a pearl like from a clam. That's the feeling I get. Maybe if we do this guy here, here, and here. Another way we could do it is to maybe, and it could also just be because it's too small. That could be a thing. But this guy here had set up is there's the dark shaded bits on the bottom here, like that. Ooh, like this. And interesting. And then there's a lighter bit here, takes this part here, and it shades in this area here, like this. Kind of three-way partish, it seems. Then there's a bit here that it adds to, which is interesting, I can say. Kind of a bit there. And then there is a white bit here, and it's a big white bit, maybe like this, and like this. Kind of see it, kind of, sort of, maybe even a little bit there can help. It feels swirled or some type of swirly thing, but I'm not getting snowball when I try it. Not at the very least. And no, you mean snoctagon, a snow octagon. I see. Sounds like you're saying something snotty, like if it were green, it would be a snotball. And you went 16 by 16 for yours and you worked out all right? I might have to make mine bigger then. If it is, because mine's definitely maybe more 8 by 8. It's in between. I see. You monster. And hi, welcome. I see nothing. Nothing at all. Let me get some coffee. I realize I've added too much sugar. This is too sweet. I have a sweet tooth, but even this is a little bit too much for me. Far too much. If we were to add that backlight, let's see. We take this color, we go to the right, we crank it up, and then we do, if I save it, we do this here, like that. I do like that feel, if I'm being honest. I like it, it's a little wonky. You're gonna go? Gonna talk to you later about that? Sure. Alright, saying all of that, and have to draw a house. Which room would be your favorite to draw? Maybe, I don't know. It's between kitchen and living room, I'd say. I like drawing tiles and appliances, but living room has the sofa and the pillows and the TVs. It depends. And gonna get zoomy soon. I'm already drinking coffee that doesn't work, but hopefully not. I don't know what I'd do if I actually did get zoomy. So, oh man, you'd be in a whirlwind of trouble, I feel like. Out of all these guys, though, I might take this guy here, paste him, and then grab what we have before. Maybe add to the... Let me zoom in a little bit. I might take this guy here, add to that roundness that we had. Maybe even do one of these guys here, so it's a little bit more here, like this. And this is, what is it, pillow shading? I definitely wouldn't say... This one's, nah, it's something, alright. Maybe even, I like this one because it has a snow globe feel, or not globe, orb. I'm getting an orb feel from that one. But, let's see, coffee can never be too sweet. What do you mean? 100% it can give you that, oh man, it can 100% be. I don't know whose coffee you've been talking to, but I have definitely had too sweet of a coffee in my day. 100%, there is a limit, and I found it multiple times. Sometimes I think to myself, oh, this isn't too sweet, and then I go back, and oh man, my mouth, why did I do that to myself? I don't know. Actions were had, and I did not like the consequences. Not one bit. Might do something like this, and then might make it like this, do you think? How does that look? Something like that. Try to do some dithering, but I don't think I like this. Like, maybe that could work? Something like that, perhaps, perchance. Maybe even like this, and this, and this. I don't know. I feel like it'd have to grow on me just a smidge. And you drew 8 snowballs, they're all pretty, thank you. I'm trying different styles, and just trying things. I feel like this is fun. And put a stone in the snowball. Welcome, chum. And that's just banding. Yeah, that's what it felt like. This feels a little more akin to banding or something. 100% wrath. And chum. I like the violence, huh? Whose violence did you agree to? And father of 3 kids, 1 is a teen and 2 are infants, have been drinking coffee since you were 15. Trust you, coffee can never be too. I mean, I like my coffee just a smidge on the bitter side, so maybe that's why. It's very interesting, though. I mean, I've heard, what is it? Some juice can never be too sweet, depending on the juice. It depends. Coffee can never be too sweet. Interesting. Interesting in that regard. Yeah, I can see why, though. And since 15, huh? That's an interesting one. And a child this way. I see. And coffee with sweetener is no longer coffee. Depends on how much coffee. Just depends. Hold on. It's just a little bit, not too much. When it stops being coffee, that's when we have a problem. When it's about 10% coffee, that changes things. I think these are all done in snowball-wise, though. And it looks more like ice the more blue you make it. That's probably the case. And you can't deny that the frozen ones were the best during the snowball fights. The harder ones. And raw coffee's the best. Coffee flavor is fantastic. Coffee flavor is delicious. I make a mean coffee jelly. Give me some time. And caffeine tablets? Never heard of those. What I want to try doing is seeing about shifting it a different color. I think that could be fun. So what I can do is do new layer, paste. And if we go back up here to our edits, and let's see, edits, adjustments, hue and saturation. I think this should change it. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that neat? And I think if I only do selected, apply, look at that. Snowball. It's not blue anymore. Does that make it feel more snowbally now? And raw coffee is black coffee, otherwise known as the most bitter substance on earth. Yeah. I've been on a journey to see if I can find coffee that doesn't taste as bitter. And what kind of black magic is that? Changing the colors can change it a lot. I like it when it's more cartoony, that's why I went with blue. But if I did less blue, that's interesting. And let's see. I can read that. Banding on a sphere isn't straight because the 3D shape, so that's banding. Ah, okay. Got ya. I tried out a little bit of dithering here and there, and beans are not concentrated. Bitter like my heart. I didn't know you roll that way. Like my heart. Well, that hits deep. Let's see. Banding on a sphere. So what would not be banding, do you think, then, Raph? Would this not be banding? Or what do you think? I tried to make it feel very, what is the word? Dither. I tried to add some dithering. Maybe even this and this might be dithery. And the dithering is that irregular surface feel. That's what I tried. Like with the dots of the snow. That's what I tried to accomplish there. Might even do that, or maybe not. But I tried to make it feel round and add that poke. I tried to mix it in with the dithering as well to try to make it feel snow-like, as some of them have the dots, so I figured maybe if I add some of the dots it could feel nicer. And dithering is for people who can't blend properly. Dithering is for people who blend properly, what do you mean? And you crush the tablets and stored it for I think you might have a problem. just a smidge, if I had to guess. We have snow though. I want to try icicles, and it's interesting when you look at Minecraft's ice, how they just have lines and streaks. Some of them here, and I think if we go back to where are we at? Here. If we go back into here, Ruff, and Among Us Dither. We do not speak of Among Us Dither. That's not a thing. That's not a thing here. No way, no how. It seems to be the case that icicles are like crystals. You have that edge and then you just have that inside. So let's try to do an icicle. I think that could be fun. And let's see here. Ice, alrighty, what do we have? Reflect the cycle through ice panes. Different colors for ice. Has different angles. Remember, snow deposits on horizontally angled surfaces. I can word very well. Start with a basic shape, add a shadow reflection, add some cracks, brighter area, snow, makes sense. And for snow, zigzag. Got ya. Alrighty, let's give it a go. I am curious to see how well this can go. I'll bring it back into Aseprite. I'll go ahead and save this guy here. Go ahead and drag you up here. Yep, save. Hold on, save this guy here. Yep, overwrite. There we go. That's the save I want to do. I'll move you guys up here so I can see a little better. You don't have a problem? You did it since you were 5? Are you sure you don't? Just maybe just a smidge of a problem, if I had to guess. And you like the 7th one from top down. It looks irregular, but also doesn't have dithering, so it looks smooth and cohesive. Oh, hold on. 7th one top down. Do you mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? This one here? Do you mean? That's interesting. I tried to copy the style of this guy here. That's interesting. Yeah, I can see this one feels smoother. I can see it. I can see why you would like it. I can't choose between these two. I like this one because it just has that feel of Snowball, but I also like this one just because it has that rounder feel. That's the feeling I'm getting. Year of experience. Drinking coffee since you were in the womb. Saying all of that, let me zoom out a little bit so I can zoom up here. If we take a look at all the icicles here, we'll zoom down. I do see some cracks as well, and let me go ahead and save this guy. If I do this, merge down, we can call this Snowball. There we go. New layer, and this will be our ice layer. There's some icicles here that are dropping. They're going down, and I want to try to just draw the what is it? Not the fragment, but the bit that hangs. That is the icicle, isn't it? And that polished Snowball feel. I can see it. It feels very polished, very refined. I can understand, yeah. I feel like these two are my favorite. This one or this one, I'm not too sure. As long as it has that highlight, I'm all good to go. And what took so long? Well, look at me into that one. And okay, I did read that. Lovely. And Among Us Dithering? How would you even do that? Would that be, like this? Something, you know what? I'm not even gonna know. You'll just have to imagine. That is all. You'll have to imagine. So let's go ahead and try to draw the sides of the icicle, right? If I look at here, something like this, but this feels more crystally than icy. Is there a way we can do it? Maybe hanging ice is what we can try to do, and do it from the different angles in that regard. So if I go back up to here, if we start out with the single colors or single 2 colors, we might take this guy here, and let's try, I think the hanging ice would feel a little better. Maybe something like this. And the instant regret of trying, I regretted it. Indeed. It no longer is. And just like me, no memes here. I realized my mistake in the areas of my ways, and I went back on it. It was never here. You didn't see nothing. Nothing, not a bit. All right, if we have the light coming from here like this, how would it look? Maybe we can do this, and then we have the two sides, right? We have this here would be the lighting. This would go in light here, or maybe this would be light. Like this here, and that order works for an ice. It's just two tones. It always seems to be the case, and I think I might add this guy here. Maybe get sharper like this. It definitely feels sharp. Very dangerous, I'd say coward. You do Among Us on your own time, chum. I didn't come here for Among Us time. Among Us and whatever. I don't even remember how to draw it. Nope. Oh, no, I remember. No longer. Nope. Nada. You'd say higher tier licking them was more fun. Never licked an icicle before. They look like little tier crystals. I can see crystals, yeah. That is the feel I'm picking up, is a crystally feel. Maybe we can add kind of a line here like this. Just a crystally feel where it has that two sides and two angle bits to it. Trying to make this like this, and then that is a line here that gets drawn. Like that could be crystally angle, where it has those two lines, but then it's not very icicle, is it? Icicles are sharp. They have that edge to them. And you would not recommend licking an icicle? If I've learned anything from when I played Undertale Yellow, I'd agree. 100%. I don't think it works out well. I don't think it works out one bit. So we have the two colors there, and then let's see. Some shading on the inside. We have this color in here. So maybe internally we have this bit here, which is on the inside, is what I'm guessing. I think because I've made mine so small, I'm not gonna get too many good results, but we can try. If I add this guy here, maybe like this, kind of for a center bit, might have to change some sizing. And you always munch on the hanging icicles. The crunch is great. What? I'm telling you, you mad people. You say you should just make a long triangle and paint it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe not like this. Maybe more like this. This I feel like it might be a little bit better to shade. Like that instead, don't you think? And eat them already. Consume. And coffees no longer have an effect on you. You just drink it because you like it and have a habit. Yeah, coffee doesn't work on me either, but I drink it because it makes me feel productive. That's the feeling I get. So I just keep at it. It doesn't really work on me. I wish it did. Oh man. So many nights I could just so many days where I could sleep properly if I could just regulate it a little bit. And yeah, like that. Just check the I understand, Wrath. Hold on. Let's see. Like this, maybe? Do you think? A little better? Something like that. And then like this. Hold on. Like that. And then let's see. Something like this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it might be 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And then does that feel a little better? Does that help just a smidge? And I think actually 1, 2, 3. So maybe 1, 2, 3, like this might be more akin. 1, 2, 3, like that. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And okay, I don't do that. And it's the 2 times, like you said, you're doing nothing better than anemia poisoning. Is that what's in coffee? I don't know. And very sure. And water drips from roof? Huh? Little confused about that one. Bird on the roof? Huh? I lost the plot. Just a smidge, just a little. And yeah, that looks less jaggy. Good. That's good. It just takes the count of the numbers and making sure it has that gauge. That's good taste though. And I'm wondering if I get rid of that, it's not as pointy, but it still feels icy. So I might keep it. Make it maybe like this here instead. Like that. Could be a little bit better. Maybe even add this guy here, like that-ish. I feel could work. And then we can go ahead and grab this guy here. And I'm just thinking about that separation. So go ahead and save here. And I'm wondering, because ice is wonky, isn't it? Don't rat stray icicles. Someone needs a hug or two. Don't eat stray icicles. I do agree on that one, 100%. Icicles, you're better off not eating them. I'd say that. I would agree. Maybe something like that for the inside and the line. Let me zoom out a little bit. You have the area in the center. That's what I'm trying to do. I know we did the crystal study, so I should be a little bit better at this, but I definitely think it always comes down to just practice over and over again. And what icicles do you recommend? None. No, none. Nada. Zilch. None at all. Maybe this can come in here, and then if I do this, it would look like it's in there inside. That's the attempt here at trying to add this in the middle here. It kind of works, I think, just a smidge. If I do this, does it look like it's going inside? Some sort of icicle streak. That's the feel I'm going for. And then maybe in here we have that center bit again for the inside, like that. How does that look? It kind of feels like icicle when I'm looking over here, but not quite. A little in and out, I'd say. It feels like something's going on, though. I can say that. Maybe even if I do this, like that, it kind of looks like an icicle, kind of, sort of. You're making an ice cube and its perspectives all over again. I understand getting perspective flashbacks. I feel it. I might go for an ice cube. That might be a little bit easier. And trying to pixel art while munching an icicle. You will never catch me chewing on cold things. Oh, it's awful. A penguin struck the north icicle. Oh no! Anything but the penguins. The poor penguins, what do they do to you? And put sugar on icicles? You don't eat them. You don't eat them one bit. Let me see if I can find a reference. That might make things a little bit easier. For ice, let's see. Oh, it thought I meant Snowball ice. Ice. There we go. Thought I meant the It thought I meant the microphone. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, this works. I think this works well. Let's choose. We're looking at icicles. Let's do a reference of. I'm looking, I'm searching, and I'm thinking we can do. There's a lot of them, truth be told. There's a lot of interesting ones. You have the really clear ice. Some of them aren't clear, some of them are, so I'm trying to choose one that's a little bit in between. Do you want the really thick, cold ice, or do you want something a little less frigid? How about we go for these guys? That's kind of what I was trying to do. I'll go ahead and grab this reference here, zoom in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. It seems to be ice is just blue rock. The more I'm looking at this, that seems to be the case. And I've drawn rocks before, so now that I think about it, I think I'll be a little bit better fared. And put lemon juice? Oh, you monsters! Oh man! And why did these never appear, huh? A little confused with that one, but hi pudding cups. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Let me go ahead and crop this off a little bit here. That way I can zoom in a little bit more. And I just want you to notice the texture. That's what I'm really trying to get a hold of. Just that texture-y bit is the big piece I'm trying to get a hold of. There we go. That way you can see what I'm looking at. And has anyone eaten ice cubes with spice? What? Hold on now. Now you're just speaking nonsense. I never thought you'd get so triggered by frozen water. I feel pain just thinking about it, truly. Okay, looking at this, what I'm seeing is, again, I'm just thinking, okay, snow, rock, not snow, I'm thinking rock. You have the different angles is what I'm seeing. And it might be like this here, for this light part here, right? And then you have the other areas. Actually, I might make this the darker one here. That way we have this part here, which is the line. This might go here. I might just separate it a smidge or get rid of the jaggies at the very least. Like here and then here, probably. Like that, or no. Go back to what it was here. Like that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Add this one here. And then there. That makes it a little bit better. You love ice cubes with pepper and ketchup? What? Huh? And migrating from YouTube to chat to tell you I'm munching on 4 sugar icicles. That's dedication. But hi, Hobo Crow. But dedication, wow. You like that angle? That's good. And you guys don't eat the ice cubes from the bottom? Is that just a Brazil thing? I let my ice cubes melt and then I eat them. I don't crunch on them. Never heard of that before. And this, oh man, my teeth just chatter thinking about it. Oh man, I don't know how you do that. And from freezer, you hope. And have you ever gotten the cold snow? I have. I have done that one at the very least. I'm trying to think about ice angles. And I'm looking at the angles and I'll actually bring you back into here just so I can show you what I'm looking at and what I'm trying to think about. I'll go ahead and grab this guy here. Bring it back into Pure F for a bit. Like so. And if we drag you down here, and I make you draw here, I'm looking at this guy in particular. That shape I was looking at was this guy here, this here. So I kind of see a face here, and then there's kind of a, oh, unless it freezes. I see a face here, and then kind of a face here. Maybe another one here, but if we're simplifying it, it might be more like that. Maybe even more rounded, so it kind of comes back and then out. That's the shapes I'm looking for, and then there's kind of jagged edges. You can also see here there seems to be some sort of lines in the ice. I'm guessing that's the layering and the pack feel of the ice, but that's what I'm looking at. Do zest? Lemon and ice. Eat the lemons from your drink when you're finished? Definitely not, no. That's just, ooh, too sour. Way too sour for me. But the crunch? No thank you. I don't know how you people do it. The crunch of the ice. My teeth would blame me, and I wouldn't blame them. I would not blame my teeth if they decided, you know what, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this whole entire thing. And on the faces of ice, faces are for heads. Faces are for all. Faces are for all things, everything, 24/7. And you were from the Ice City a long time ago. Icicles recipe now. So it seems you all seem to be ice chefs. A lemon zest here, a bit of spice and cinnamon there, a bit of sugar from everywhere. Clearly, my palate is not as well refined. So it seems. Let me grab this guy here to maybe round it out a bit and move this guy down like this so it goes down a smidge. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then 4 like that. And it looks better, I'd say. This bit here, and then there's a bit of a blue inside that happens, like a deep blue inside. I'm saying, you like putting ice cubes in your pasta? Huh? Hold on, no, you keep getting worse. Frozen oranges are genuinely good. I can take an orange sorbet. How about that? I would feel okay with a sorbet. Can we agree on sorbets? You know, where you just freeze a fruit, like a raspberry or something, and just keep it there. It doesn't need to be no more, no less. I'm gonna paste this guy down here, and I want to see how they do icicles. I'm getting a little stuck, so when in doubt, just look at things. And you can see here, there seems to be the faces, crystals. These just seem to be ice crystals. And I want to try to do an icicle, or at least ice cube. Let's see, we have this top here, bottom here, the line, and then there's another line. Okay. And if we look at these guys, they have lines in the rock, which makes it feel like rocky ice. So if we go back up here, what do we have? Smooth, very smooth. We need that rock. Okay, to read that. You're dying of laughter. Icicles on toast? That's just soggy bread. Where are we doing here? In Brazil, you have a thing called sacol. It's just frozen juice you crunch on. I can see maybe some sort of slushy, but frozen juice you crunch on. I would have never expected that one there. I would not have. That's interesting. I have heard of, what is it called? Brazilian lemonade? That one sounds nice, where you take the sweetened condensed milk with lemonade. I can do that one. That one sounds tasty. I'll take it. But ice? Count me out. Count me out, very out. I'm so out, I'm not even there anymore. That's how out I am. That is 100% how out I am. I'm trying to do icy feels, icy lines. That's what I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm thinking maybe I can do not as dark, maybe something like this instead, where it's not as hard in here. And I'm mixing it in and trying to add a bit of an ice look to it. The lines, and I think this looks like ice, don't you think? Swiss lemonade? Maybe it's Swiss then. It might be it's definitely Brazilian, I do know that. Where you take like lime. You take lime, that's what it is. You take lime, and you take like the white part of the lime, and then you mix it up with some sweetened condensed milk. And frozen food is like biting ice cream. Disgusting. How about ice cream, huh? Ice cream is delicious, and there is nothing wrong about it. If you're gonna tell me something's wrong about it, I've got some news for you at the very least. And I'm wondering, if I do this doesn't feel nice. Never mind. Curious. And what I want to do as well is just do a few lines here that go deep and dark with them. And it adds a little bit of depth, I'd say. I can go ahead and copy this guy, paste this guy down here. And actually, we'll move you over here. Copy, paste you here. There we go. That way you can get a look at you too. And zoom out a little bit, see? And cool cracks, thank you. I tried to make sure I kept them triangular. That's the hope at the very least that I'm trying to accomplished. Maybe even add this guy here to make it look more spiky, but I'm okay with it being round. And I want to add just a little bit of depth here, something like that, and then I can take a even darker color of this guy here, something like this, and maybe not that dark, but something to this extent where I just add a little bit of darkness to it. That's way too dark. I might go down here, slide it over a little bit. It's not too dark, but it's dark enough that you can feel a difference. Something like that, I feel like can help a little bit. And taste buds just aren't developed. You put ice in your cereal. Clearly I'm missing the mark here. And Swiss lemonade, it looks like the worst caprahinas ever. Never heard of that one before. And ice cream sandwiches, that's biting into ice cream. Way too different. Way too different. Probably put it below their tongue. Chew your ice cream? Huh. Oh, where do you people come from? No thank you. Don't want, don't need, don't have, don't ever. Nope. Stay very far away. You see that stick? Just keep to your line. All right? We keep the 3 foot distance, okay? 3 feet. And has the story not biting ice cream, people? How else are you supposed to eat ice cream? Maybe lick the ice cream, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe ice cream's supposed to be licked. Just a question. You broke me. I'm just questioning. That's all I'm doing. I'm just here to not accept. I'm not accepting. I'm going to question. That's all you get out of me. That is all. No more, no less. Nada. That is all. There is no more for me to give. Hearsay, heresy, all of it, just keep away, keep very far away. Oh man, never did I think. I mean, I know people do it, but I didn't think those people would exist here. I thought it was like a unicorn, not real. At least I had hoped, but apparently I can't hope for things anymore. Hope doesn't exist, so it feels like at the very least. Let me grab this guy here for shading. Like this, do you think? Does that feel icy? I am getting an icy texture. It's not ice crystal, but I tried to keep an ice rock feel to it. Like with the Snowball. That was the hope here. And the darker blue tint gives a sense of depth. I'm glad. That's what I tried to go for here. This is the dark area, so it gets darker, like with Snowball. Light area, dark area, and then on the inside, I tried to make it darker to get that feel. You might even do like that, but I feel like that's going a little bit too deep. You could though. It is a possibility, but I tried to keep it very simple. Fork in your ice cream. Fork! Ice cream! Ha! Hold on now. You're getting a little too wild here. And liquid, not ice cream anymore. Smoothie? Hold on. I missed something. Let's see. Melting ice cream sandwich is a war crime. Melting ice cream. There's a reason well, hold on now. Let me drink my coffee. I believe it's called an affogato, where you take, what is it? You take coffee and you take ice cream. And you pour the coffee on the ice cream, and it melts the ice cream, and it makes it like a coffee ice cream melted feel. That I will allow. Yep. I am not biased. It's just the way thing is. It's just the way things are. Ice. There we go. All right, Snowball and ice is complete. I want to try making a little snowman. I feel like that could be fun. Let me bring you back to the study page back here. And let's see. Okay, I did read that. Okay. And so coffee mixed with ice cream juice? No, you just a scoop of ice cream and then you just pour coffee on it. It's really good because it's just coffee's just creamer. It's cream, milk, and sugar. So it's just another way to have it. And it's melted ice cream to an extent, but not quite. You know, it's as far as I go, exactly. 100%. It's like putting sugar on coffee. No longer ice cream, no longer coffee. It's a dessert. It's a continuation. It's a mixture. Combination. And okay, I did read that. Okay, good. Now, I wasn't sure what we'd do depending on how much time it took. Thought maybe we could do maybe a snow globe, design a snow globe with a snowman. We're at 3:19, so I'm not too sure. It's been about, let's see, 2 hours, so 2 out of 4, halfway point. I did have some references of cabins and logs if we did need it. Most importantly, I did have these as well. Some other snowman references from art I was able to find. I thought these were very cute. And we have some Minecraft snowmen without their pumpkin. And then, doesn't he look like a distinguished gentleman right there? And that's like a milkshake energy drink. It is kind of like a milkshake. I can agree. There's just different feels for how things can be. But I thought, you know, okay, let's make a snowman. I feel like that could be fun. Designing a snowman. And here's some snowman references. So what do you think? As you can see, some very talented people. Might I zoom into this adorable bunny here? Don't you think it's cute? Let me get some water. And then we can think snowman. Okay, well, let's get started. Let's see. Do we want to do a 3-ball or 2-ball, 1-ball? We could go for the snowman face. What do you mean they're all snowman? They all are. I kind of like this little guy here. I think he's adorable. That is not a snowman. And that is a man. Of snow. It's beautiful. You gotta go, good stream. Thank you for coming, Spootneck. I hope you have fun getting good whatever you get up to. Saying all of that, let's go ahead. And I really do like this little snow melty guy. And I also like how this person kind of did multiple. I feel like that could be fun if we give it a go, little snowman people. I think that could be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead back into Aseprite. Let's go here and see about snowmen. Now we do have, the good news is there's a lot of different snowmen we have for reference. And let me make this a little smaller. Track this a little bit, delete these two guys here for our references. And man, snow will haunt you tonight. You know, I just searched up snowman and that's what happened to come up, and I thought since I had to see it, I had to make sure you all saw it with me, so I know I'm not the only one. If we look here, there seems to be 3 tones, kind of that round shape for the shading, or the color at least. They have the lighting at the top, and the rim, the circle, seems to be it for how they do snowman. This one here, I like how it's a blocky snowman. I think that's really cute, and please draw Why are you calling him Man Snow? You know, we could give that. Alright. Sure. Why not? I could attempt. Let me make sure I get the reference up. And let me make sure I export it. You know, I wanted to do an adorable little carrot. There's no carrot on that face. You just finished your ice cube? Oh, I'm so excited. I really am excited now. Your texture is always there. I will be excited to see it. Let me export the man snow. If I can figure out the export button. Selected images. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see. Man snow. It's gonna be a lot of shading, I feel like. He might be a little bit, truth be told, he might be a little bit too advanced for me. I don't know. Image, well, hold on, where are we at? Window, no, save, export, selected images. Oh, that's why. Wrong folder. There we go. Selected, export. All right, there we go. And bite the Hold on. I have, where are we at? Birdly? Oh, there we go. Let me, I don't want to do too much of a spoiler. I'll move you over here for a second. I remember this. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. I did. Oh, there we are. Do you mean like this? Like this? Like a carrot, like a rose? And sometimes you forget how fun translucent is to draw. Making a little ice cube was fun. Oh, I'm so excited. And you no longer feel safe on my streets. When did you get the assumption that you were safe here? Yeah. Oh, Rod, I think. Oh, hold on. OBS is having issues. Are we good, OBS? I think we're good to go now. Let me double check. And you weren't prepared for Man Snow. I was not prepared for Man Snow. I just had there for the shading, that's all. And crashed. It did freeze for a second. Are we good to go now? Let me double check. I don't think OBS could handle Man Snow. It seems to be good on YouTube, not YouTube. Twitch seems to be fine, and I think, okay, we are good to go on YouTube as well. Alrighty. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I was prepared to draw a snowman, not Man Snow. But you know what? There's a first time for everything. We're good to go, lovely. And Man Snow jump scare. Okay, so let's see. I'm kind of feeling it's possibly handsome Squidward sort of face. And you think it's just the problems areas you're sorry to say, but Snowman was made by your hands and you're proud of it. I haven't even made him. How can I be proud of a monstrosity? I'm thinking we make it this big. What is it? 32Y by 48? I think that's the numbers. I'm telling you. I have no pride in what I'm about to do. I don't even know if it's gonna work. I'll be honest, I have to wonder who thought of the idea that Man Snow could be a thing. It was an interesting thing for sure. It's like trying to draw a person. I'm trying to think in terms of definitions and shapes. It really does feel like a Squidward. And it doesn't come out, hold on. You're gonna make a gentleman / fancy seated snowman? At least he'll be fancy, Raph. I look forward to it. And if it doesn't come out good, you'll tattoo. We'll see. This will go down in history. And if I'll find you, burn it out in your eyes. Oh, the tattoo. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. First off, we have to make that narrow face. That's what I'm looking at here. It seems to have a long, wide head, so I'm making it wide up here. And then it's got that jaw. It's got that jaw there. It looks like some sort of skull going sideways like this. And then also like that in that area. I think that's good. And then there's some shading. It's gonna be a tricky part here. Let's see. Save it. Okay, so Man Snow here has a line that kind of goes from the top of his face to the bottom of his face. Then it seems to have some sort of like that, maybe, and a little bit of a shading here. We'll see how realistic we can get with the Man Snow. And you realize next stream is your chance at redemption of Ghetto crashing and you getting the gift. That's the stream after next stream. Tomorrow we're gonna try drawing characters, and then next stream will be the next stream is coding and programming. So we'll see how that goes. And you cook something you're calling toast with a touch of God. This is fire. I'm curious to see what you come up with, Potato. It's always fun to see people design things. I can say that at the very least. Alrighty, Man Snow. You seem to have some sort of lighting going on here. Trying to get just the general definition of shapes and everything, but we'll see how that goes. There seems to be some sort of lighting here. I might have to change the tone up. And then the eyes. That's going to be very important. The eyes and the nose. We have the nose, or what looks like a nose here. Big, thick nose, like a Squidward nose here. Something like that, maybe. I think I'll have to make it smaller. Something like that. And then the eyes. Oh, the eyes. Let me grab... Where are we at? This here? Or no, I have this color here. Make it a little bit darker here. And do you think a snowman can smoke? No? Well, you're a shuck. Maybe it's just they're smoking coal. And you want Man Snow 3D model. We'll see how far things go. Oh man, okay. It seems to have two eyes. They seem to be two eyes that soon to be the case of something like this. And then it's got a diagonal eyebrow. I might have to make this thicker or smaller, we'll see. Or bigger, there we go. Like that, and then you've got lines here. Like this. And then he's got that, there's got a lot going on, it seems. Like multiple eyebrows, it feels like. There's some sort of twig going on. Make up some brown, maybe. Like this. I feel like it can be... That might be tricky. Figuring out a dark brown. Something like this, maybe. I'm gonna move it up here a little bit. Seems to be some sort of branch that's going up. Then it goes back down. I don't know about that additional branch. I might have to take some artistic liberties with this one. We'll see. And oh, I restarted that program. We're all good to go there. And it's the eyelid. Is it the eyelid, you think? This seems like the brow, right? What do you think? You're adding too many lines? Am I? I could be. I see the arch. Is that what that is? The arch that goes up here, like that? Is that what this is? Like that, do you think? And when you, the Air Sensor community, get to draw mech again, I plan to do it once a month at the beginning of each week, or beginning of the month. First week of each month is what I'm thinking. And okay, I did read that, lovely. Something like that. I mean, his eyebrow's going up though. Something. Okay, hold on. We gotta get the essence, it seems, of the essence of Man Snow. Hold on, let me start streaming. Are we good? Are we back? Are we back? Hold on. If I go to here and then I'm not here. Huh. Oh, there I am. Okay. That seems to be good. Where did YouTube go? Is YouTube still up? I think it's still up. Are we back? Seems to be back. OBS is having issues today. I'm glad we're back. That's good news. Oh man. Okay. That's lovely to hear. And oh, I think the music's back. I think I can hear it now. Hold on. I can. Wow, it fixed itself. Okay. And Man Snow is too hot for the computer. Maybe, perhaps. Let me move him back up there. And then, okay. We should be good to go now. Let me copy the chat thing so I can pop it out and see it. Oh man. That's a-okay. Let me go ahead and grab you. These two, and I should be able to see it up on my screen now. Okay, good. That's good news. My poor computer. And Man Snow so powerful, Twitch died. So it seems. He came to YouTube to keep watching Man Snow. Twitch should be good to go, or is this Twitch still? Oh, hold on. There we go. Are we good to go now? Man Snow back. Let me refresh the page. Hold on. Are we good? Give it a second. And you gotta go sadly. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming, Lask. I think Twitch is working now. I see it. I see the dashboard, and I see the YouTube dashboard. Thank you for coming, Lask. Okay, let's see. Okay, I did read that. Okay, Man Snow also seems to be more cream. I might have to grab some creamy colors. If we go back up here, I might do cream instead of, because this feels very snow, doesn't it? And what is wrong with my Aseprite? Or it's kind of oh, you do see it. Good. I'm not the only one then. It's got a block in the center of it for some reason. There's just this block. Let me restart my Aseprite. Close Aseprite. Reopen Aseprite. Oh, the technical difficulties, it seems. And okay, I did read that. Good, good. Lovely. Okay. Let me go ahead and click this one here. And, no, still this white bar. Weird. And hi, Reaper Bunny, but welcome, welcome. Just checking in. Congrats on reaching 1K. You need to hide it. Thank you. Unfortunately, there seems to be a lot of technical issues at the moment, but you know what? That's fine. There seems to be this weird box in the center of my screen for some reason. Huh. Okay, you know what? This is fine. Everything is fine. Everything will be okay. If I how can we do this? If I slide this guy back up. Maybe. If I weird bar. Super weird. If I click here and here, see? Isn't that odd? Man Snow was way too powerful. Fine, well, we'll be okay. And oh, I missed some follows, unfortunately. Sorry for the bad puns and Shoval. Thank you for the follows on Twitch. And also Stolen nickname on YouTube. I wish I could have heard the audio. Anything that's assigned to go, good luck not feeling shame with how you're glorifying its monstrosity. Thanks for coming, Sec. I'm wondering if maybe the computer has to restart. This is unfortunate. Okay. If I maybe, let me see. Give me 1 second.